so you like that, Fester? You thought that was what? Very dramatic, very creative? Is that what you thought?
I was in the office, and I was listening on our smart speaker, and I just heard nothing after Raspberry Beret, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I hear, it was like 10 seconds.
Yeah, let me tell you why.
And then I hear you.
'Cause our brilliant computer system started deleting everything. So we've got a very subpar, substandard system. The actual computer system that we use to run everything, Rox, could you slam that microphone one more? What are you doing over there?
She has a lot going on.
You are oh my, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Stop. Get a picture of this. This is unfreaking believable. Hold on a minute. Fester, look, here's my camera.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So this is Roxanne's.
Oh my, here, take my camera, get a picture. Stop, just hold your, oh my God. You have got to see this. No, do sideways. And this is the craziest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, move the microphone out of the way. So Roxanne just slammed into the microphone. You might have heard the noise like that. I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm looking over to Roxanne, and you have an entanglement that is not, what is in that? Yeah, I mean, clearly your headphones are in this mess. You have your headphones. You have 37 wires. I don't even know what is.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's like I threw these in the dryer last night and pulled them out of the dryer. You know when your clothes get all tangled
It's like
up?
you took your headphones, 30 wires. What is the thing with the arm and the?
This is my light kit. This is my little light kit.
Oh my God!
It's a ring light, right?
Yeah, Roxanne is very aware of her lighting, and for somebody who cares so much about her lighting, she is in the worst lit corner of our studio, so she provides artificial light to enhance her appearance on MJTV, and right?
I have news for you. This room is artificial light.
But
Think about
you have like an extra light, like you cover up the natural light first of all.
So Roxanne reaches into her bag. You have like a little satchel, a carry bag, and her headphones, the special light she uses to light herself. None of us have lights. None of us have like ring lights. Roxanne has a special light to make herself glow on MJTV.
And
She is special.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I'm special, and I need a special light.
But you reach into your bag, and everything is completely entangled. It is the folks. She is still untangling. She is still. I mean, It is a spaghetti mess with everything tangled. It's going to take you 25 minutes to untangle all this stuff.
It's a hurricane model.
How did it get like that? It's like
I rushed out of here yesterday. I had an appointment. I was late, and I just threw everything in the bag and
obviously.
ran.
And then today you take your stuff out of your bag, and everything is completely jumbled into a pile of spaghetti where you're still trying to untangle. You still don't have headphones on.
No.
She has no headphones on.
All right.
This all-important light is not set up yet. She has like 6 power cords, one to her laptop, one to her external hard drive, one to the light.
I've got to post this. Hey, Andrew, I'm going to send you.
I'm separated. I got them separated.
I'm going to send you the entangled mess picture of Roxanne. And guess what? Roxanne, you're not going to get to approve the photo.
I approve everything around here.
I'm posting it on my Instagram, and you don't have the password to delete the photo. I'm sticking this thing up there. So, and Roxanne has to approve every photo.
I'll approve it during the break. Don't worry.
She'll approve it.
Hang on a minute. I'm putting it up right now.
No.
All right. Hold on. Oh, she's coming around here. Wait a minute. It is in my pocket. You're not going to reach into my pocket to grab my cell phone. She might. Roxanne just came around. I'm posting it right now.
I just want to look.
No, you can't. Getting posted right now.
I don't know what Fester does when he aims his camera at me. He takes lewd and lascivious photos of me scratching my butt.
Yeah, this is lewd. Actually, it looks like there's a nip slip. I'm posting. Hold on a minute. Processing. Hang on, processing. Okay, hold on a minute. Hang on. It's finishing up. It's finishing up. It's posted.
What's happening?
It's posted.
I hate it. Jesus. So gross. Why did you not let me approve that?
Did you want to filter it as well?
I don't need to filter it. I just want to change my facial expression.
It's posted.
I don't know that we could ever recreate that jumble of
Ladies and gentlemen,
wires.
if you'd like to see the jumbled bunch of wires and the unapproved picture
Please.
that Fester just took of Roxanne
That's a good picture.
on my cell phone, if you'd like to see it, go to Certified MJ Radio right now on my Instagram. That's Certified MJ Radio. You need to go quickly before Roxanne hires a hacker to get into my account to remove the image. So go look quickly, leave your comments. Roxanne, I'm looking at this image, and frankly, you ought to be concerned with the jumble of wires, not your expression or whatever.
I have no makeup on. None. Not one bit.
And you get to see Roxanne pre-makeup as well. Because starting now, Roxanne, you'll spend the next 35 minutes putting your makeup on.
Yeah, I will.
Do you give Andrew instructions not to take your image on camera number 2 on MJTV during the makeup process?
Yesterday, I did one instruction for him. I never tell him not to during makeup.
Right.
I don't care. I've given up. But yesterday, I did text him. I said, Andrew, I have to put deodorant on. Don't get the camera. Get the camera off, please.
Oh, we got to see that. We got to see Roxanne lifting her pits. And what brand?
I don't need to do that today. I don't need to do that
What
today.
brand of deodorant do you use?
It's this.
Secret.
Oh, yeah,
Roxanne.
show us which brand.
What is it?
Native.
What?
Yeah.
Native.
Native.
Yes. It's here.
Who?
Is it something that the
Hold on.
Seminole Indians use?
Well, hold on.
It smells like coconuts.
Where do you? Is that from
It's
the
really
gift?
good.
Is that from the Hard Rock gift shop? Where do you? Wait a minute.
Native deodorant. I'm holding.
Hold
Sounds
on.
good, right?
Where do you buy native deodorant? I've never seen this. It's like a white generic stick.
Yeah, it's online.
Online,
Yeah.
you can't buy like Secret or Shore at Target.
I don't like those.
All right, so you type the word native. If you type native into Google, the first thing that comes up in the suggestions is native deodorant and then Native American.
So,
Okay, so it's a deal.
oh my God. So, it's aluminum free.
Yeah, I'm not putting aluminum in my pits.
I
No.
should. Well, no wonder why you're all sweaty all the time. Because aluminum salicylate or whatever that crap is, that's the perspiring agent that stops you from perspiring. You need to have the aluminum, zirconium, or whatever the crap is in regular deodorant. So,
Do I?
What?
Do I need to have that?
Really? She's right.
One of my friends has like a rock that he uses, some sort of a rock.
Yeah, called crystal or something.
Yeah,
uses
it's a
a-
crystal rock.
A what?
You never heard of a deodorant crystal?
No.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
A deodorant
I had
crystal?
a friend that swore by it.
Yeah. It's like a big rock that you rub on your pit.
Yeah,
like a mystic crystal? Like are you serious?
All right, I have to pull this up. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there right now who's using a.
Like the magical Harry Potter powers crystals type crap?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my
It
God.
magically makes the smell go
All right,
away.
first of all, what a bizarre opening to today's show. What an absolutely, totally, completely bizarre opening. And I got a feeling it's just going to go downhill from here. So make sure you listen to this absolute, utter radio train wreck here on the MJ Morning Show. We're just getting started on Q105. And Pat's got traffic, and we're back in minutes. Jay and the crew. All right, a couple of things we got to deal with right here. Crap that happens behind the scenes. So when we go to a break, there is a continuation of discussion off the air, obviously. And I want to discuss something that just occurred in a moment. Well, and Roxanne, that would absolutely negate the reason why you're doing it. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. First, though, what the heck? So Fester just brought up the native website for this deodorant that Roxanne purchases, and it looks like a regular stick deodorant where you turn the little knob at the bottom. You got the little wheel at the bottom to make the deodorant go up like one of those like push up ice cream pops.
Yeah, push pop.
Yeah, it's a typical deodorant kind of oval shaped canister. I use Sure. I have used Sure for years, and it always ticks me off when I go to Target or Walmart and they don't have the Sure unscented. That's what I buy. I buy like whatever they have on the shelf, I buy. So I typically walk out with 10 or 12, sometimes 14. And I only buy deodorant like once every year and 3 months.
Well, the cashier must think you're the smelliest person.
And
This guy needs 14 deodorants.
The same thing. You know what? I'm giving Greg Lindbergh facts for the MJ trivia page. Like this will show up at the end of the year on the end of the year trivia recap. We have a super listener, super fan, great guy. Guy's name is Greg Lindbergh. He's been following us for 20 years, maybe. Long time, and he had an MJ Morning Show fan page, which is still out there. The guy just does an amazing job, and he knows, I'm telling you right now, he knows more about the show than maybe not me, but certainly Fester and Froggy.
Yeah, right. Quiz me.
I needed an obscure piece of audio, and we didn't have it, and I called Greg.
He had
it.
Yeah.
He wrote an article, posted a top page at mjfanpage.com when you revealed your salaries like a week ago.
Yeah.
Everyone loved that. He wrote us. He broke down your entire career.
Oh, really?
And your entire salary range according to what you said the other day on the radio.
Holy crap! Look at that.
What a researcher.
Yeah. So it's the MJ Morning Show fan page. So he likes doing little trivia questions of obscure crap. And I just revealed that I use Sure deodorant unscented. And let's go back to the other page. Bring up the native website. So in the opening of the show, Roxanne was untangling an unbelievable array of wires. Oh, I have to caption that during the next break on my Instagram. I just put the picture up. So Roxanne has this entanglement that is not to be believed. Couldn't even get her headphones on because it was all tangled up in her web camera lighting array, and I don't know what
computer cord, phone charger.
I mean, everything was all tangled into a ball of mess. And then, how did the deodorant come up? How did native deodorant come up?
Because you said, do you tell Andrew to take the camera off? Because I still haven't had a chance to put my makeup on. Do you tell Andrew to take the camera off you when you put your makeup on? And I said, no, I don't care if he does. I'm used to that. But I do ask him yesterday.
I want to see Andrew. I want you to take Roxanne's camera sometimes, unbeknownst to her.
He does that.
You got to take her camera where she has the glops of foundation like under her eyes before she starts spreading it out.
Yesterday.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. So then Roxanne produces this deodorant, which looks like a stark white canister, and it just says native. I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, this is my deodorant. Where do you buy this? Oh, online. So Fester goes to the website. Folks, you're not going to believe how much this deodorant costs.
Okay, so now you're shaming me for the cost and shaming me for no aluminum.
I pay like $213. I go to Target. Seriously, I'll go to Target or Walmart. And the Sure deodorant, I haven't bought any in about a year because I'm still on my supply of buying like 12 or 14 of these things. But typically it's like, I don't know, $213 or something for the Sure roll. How much is it right now?
At Walmart, it's $1.96.
Okay, you know what? Guess what? I've bought it as low as $188. So, hey, I'm not far off. So the deodorant I buy is $196 at Walmart. All right, Froggy, I think you were out of the room when we just discussed this.
What's that now?
Froggy, the native brand deodorant that Roxanne has to purchase online. This is regular deodorant. What is the ounce on that? 2.65 ounces?
It's the standard size.
Right, standard size, roll up, solid deodorant. Froggy, I need you to guess right now. How much, if I pay $1.96 or $2 for my Sure unscented deodorant, how much do you think Roxanne's special native deodorant is?
It's maybe 3 times the amount you pay, maybe $7.
Nope, keep going.
Say maybe $10.
Nope, keep going.
$13. Wow.
What the bleep?
Holy cow.
$13. What? Look at this thing. One-time purchase, $13. Ooh, if you subscribe and save, you can get it for only $11.
You got to be careful what you put on your pits.
All right, Roxanne, that is exorbitant. That is like usurious. That is extortion. $13.
What would you say if I told you?
Well, hang on a minute. Stop. Do you subscribe and save?
I mean, yeah. They have delivery options. They can deliver it every month, every 2 months, or every 3 months, or every 4 months. So it's up to you.
Oh, do you do the one-time purchase for $13, or do you subscribe and save? And still $11 for freaking deodorant is ridiculous.
What would you say if I told you a 3-pack showed up in my stocking?
Ooh.
My Christmas stocking every year.
Hold on. Do you see there's no?
So I didn't know
They don't
how
even-
much it cost.
They don't
My
even
mom
have a
gets it for me.
3. They don't even have a 3-pack.
I mean, maybe for the holiday season they have a gift pack. I don't know. I haven't looked
We're
at
on the
everything
website. I
their
don't
site.
see any gift pack. There's
I'm
no.
sorry. Let me be clear. 3 sticks of it.
All right, let me tell you right
Okay.
now. Yeah, a 3-pack. It's Doug buying 3 of these things and taping it together with duct
No,
tape.
it's my mom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mom buying 3 of these and then masking taping it together and making a 3-pack.
Let's talk about the mommy issues when she's sending you deodorant.
Holy
I put it on my
when your mother's
list.
advising
Hold
a grown daughter, honey, you need this.
You put deodorant on your Christmas
No,
wish
in
list?
my
Oh my
stocking.
God!
She knows what she's like.
Yes, I got some Kotex on my Christmas wish list.
All right. So
Yeah, I got some suppository
Okay.
going on.
I will say, MJ, this deodorant brand has some amazing
Flavors.
I've smelled Roxanne's scent on her stick of deodorant and her actual pits
He
just by
actually
sitting
smelled
next
my
to her.
armpit.
You just sniffed Roxanne's pits?
No, just by her and I having close proximity, I've gotten a whiff of every.
Yeah, we've all gotten a whiff of you.
Amen
All
to that, brother.
We don't
But
need to get close.
this brand-
You radiate, man.
You're welcome. This brand has some amazing scents, including unscented for guys like you, but everything from eucalyptus.
I'm not paying $13 for a stick of deodorant.
This is a really. If you introduced this to Michelle, I bet you she would give this a go.
She uses the Sure. She uses my stuff half the time.
Citrus and herbal musk. I'm gonna go for that. Lilac and white tea, lavender
I've had
and
that before.
rose, sweet peach and nectar. Sweet. That'd be a good scent for you, Rox.
You
What
think?
about sweet cinnamon hearts?
Mm.
Then they have unscented. They have 40
I mean,
different scents.
It's
Black-
whatever you like.
Blackberry and green tea, grapefruit.
This is ridiculous. Roxanne, paying $13 for a stick of deodorant is ridiculous.
It's at Target for $6.
Is it at Target?
Yes.
You said
So
you
where'd you
ordered
get it at?
online.
Yeah, I have ordered it online.
Well, how can it be $6 at Target and they sell it for $13 online?
It's a ruse.
Hold on. Festa, go to the Target
All right,
website.
let's go to Target now.
I want to go to the
okay,
Target
let's have the
website.
investigative
Yeah.
consumer police.
The I team
Yeah.
is on this.
Target.
Yeah, it's
the ICP.
It's the Channel 28 I team. What's her name?
I don't know.
Callahan, right? Is she still there? It's the, let's call Callahan from the I team from 28. All right, Fester, go ahead and search this. We got to move on.
I'm moving in.
Native, hurry up.
DOD. Native deodorant
I
comes up.
bring it up. Hold on. Let's see how much it is at Target. It's $13. What do you mean it's $6?
Then you know what, guys? I got to be honest.
Hold on.
Inflation.
You're just
For
pulling
real.
numbers. You're pulling numbers. Wait a minute. You didn't think we were going to. Hold on a
Okay.
minute. Stop. You didn't think we were going to just look this up. You're embarrassed by the fact that
I'm not embarrassed by anything. I'm embarrassed by the picture you posted of me earlier, but that's about it.
$13 is ridiculous. It's the same. You try to throw us off the trail by saying, "Oh, it's $6 at Target." No, it's the same. It's $12.99 at Target.
I have a texter who just texted me, it's $9 at Target. I have another texter who said it's $6 at Target.
Well, it's
another
not.
texter who said it's at Marshall's for less. If it is now $12 at Target, I will tell you that is a price hike. That is inflation.
It's
because
inflation.
the last time I bought it, I can promise you it was not
All right.
$12 online or at Target.
So
Listen,
but I'm still going to buy it.
Right now, we are on the Target website. Fester, I guess, selected the local Target, and it's the Park and Tyrone Target. And in the store, it says it's $12.99 for this native brand deodorant.
Okay, do you go through Michelle's expenses like this?
This
Because
is-
that's what
you
I
know
feel like right now. I'm being audited.
This is like rip-off deodorant.
yeah, you know a thing about being audited. She's a former accountant.
I know.
Or current accountant, right?
She worked for Arthur Anderson. Ooh.
Listen, MJ.
Yeah, and I think Roxanne single-handedly took that company down.
Oh, come on.
It did coincidentally happen right after I left.
That is-
Enron.
That's like a Netflix documentary. You know,
No, I had nothing to do with this. This is Texas. This happened in Texas. Enron.
look, I will tell you this, Roxanne, for $13, as the guy that sits next to you, probably more than any other guy on most days.
And then,
It's
mysteriously, after Roxanne Wilder left the company, the book started to collapse.
Boom, boom.
It's the Arthur Anderson collapse documentary on A&E.
Oh, they
Unsolved mystery.
They interview like a guy who has his face darkened out and his voice changed. There was a woman named Roxanne. Everything was downhill after that at Arthur Anderson.
After she left, the books were examined, and there were months and months,
You guys really know
Of
nothing
a-
about accounting, do you?
months of erroneous figures were uncovered after Roxanne Wilder left Arthur Anderson.
Apparently, we found this fund where she was laundering money to a deodorant company.
Then,
$13 a stick, and she took down the whole operation.
detectives traced accounts in the Cayman Islands, where Roxanne had $29 billion stashed.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I was cooking the books.
All in deodorant.
My God. Roxanne, does Doug know how much this deodorant costs?
I really doubt it.
MJ, you have no idea how much 3/4
Yeah.
of the crap your wife has.
Oh, my
Yeah, he doesn't know.
I mean, give me a break.
And deodorant.
All right, that's a lot of pits talk today.
My
I'm
God.
a big fan of Roxanne's APs, but let's go on.
I still did not get to the other little secret conversation during the break. I might have to push that off till 7 o'clock because I got morons in the news next.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Roxanne, this is a problem. All right, let me just give the audience a little bit of a teaser here. That Roxanne, during the last break, she disclosed an application that she uses. If the application is giving you more anxiety, that negates the purpose of why you have this app.
Stop saying application because it sounds like applying deodorant. People are still going to think we're on that
It's
topic.
an app. It's a phone app.
Phone app,
It's
yeah,
a
it's on
phone program
Correct.
or an app. So if this is causing such consternation in your life, why would you use this app? It doesn't make sense.
I guess it's one of those things. I mean, do you just need to know the truth?
Hang on. We'll explain that coming up probably at 7 o'clock. But first, ladies and gentlemen, next, my favorite portion of the 6 o'clock hour, and that is early morons in the news next. Here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Don't move. I thought I'd do a very soothing rejoin music bumper for morons in the news this morning.
Wow, I feel really classy.
Yes, this is, some Boccherini. A little classical piece.
That's what we need.
Yes, what's that?
We need more culture.
more
culture.
More culture on the MJ Morning Show.
Good.
All right, 6:38. Let's jump into some early morons in the news. Man, good pile today. Love this story. A jogger in Maine was attacked by a cow. Now, it has always been my experience that cows run away from you. I've had some cow experiences. You're on a farm or you're in a rural area and, the cows are behind the fences. They have always, it's like, hey, come here, cow. Come here, cow. I always want to, get to like I want to get to customs after flying in from the United States, after flying in from another country to the U.S. when they ask, "Have you been around any livestock?" Seriously, the customs form that when you're flying internationally, you come back into the U.S. and they ask that question. Have you ever been around livestock? Well, got to be honest. On my honeymoon, I was attacked by a koala and a kangaroo, so I can't remember if I said affirmative on that. Now, but listen to this. This is up in Maine. And this is just quintessential bovine morons in the news. An escaped cow attacked and gored a jogger up in Maine, and it happened on April Fool's Day. It happened on Saturday. The jogger, a female, was in need of stitches, and now the owner is facing possible charges. Now, I don't understand this. It's always been my experience that cows run away from you.
I don't know that to be true.
Now, a bull
will charge you.
If you say gourd in that...
Well, then you think of a bull with horns. The unnamed 43-year-old woman was getting ready to go for a run on the Whistle Stop Trail, which is a countryside trail that runs through central Maine. When the cow spotted her, officers met with the female, who reported that she had been charged by the male bovine. As she prepared to jog, she was lifted off the ground. Oh, I'm looking at a picture. She has a red little cape that she is holding. No, I'm kidding. She wasn't a matador. She wasn't wearing a matador costume.
She wasn't wearing a red jogging suit, just bouncing around past the cow.
She's just into Maine from the old bull ring up in Ronda in Spain. A little north of the Costa del Sol and Marbella. But I've never heard of this. I didn't know that cows charge people. I mean, a bull, yes, in like a bull ring. So, yes, Froggy.
Don't cows just sit there like when remember you used to go, or I don't know if you did, but cow tipping back in the day?
There's no such thing as cow tipping.
Yeah, when they're sleeping, you tip them over?
That is a complete fallacy.
Really?
Hold on. Are you going to tell me that you went cow tipping?
No, but I know a guy who knows a guy.
No, you don't know a guy. That is a complete...
I guarantee somebody out there has been cow tipping.
Cow tipping is a fallacy. It is a made-up urban legend.
I've seen videos of people doing it.
Fester. No, you haven't. Fester, go to Google. Go to the Googles. Type in, is cow tipping real?
How can it not be real? They're sleeping and you push them over. It's funny.
It is not real. It's urban legend.
I don't know about that.
Cow tipping was... Look at this. First thing that Fester finds from Smithsonian Magazine.
That seems reliable.
Oh, what do they know?
The Smithsonian Institution. Listen to this. Modern farmer, however, puts this urban legend to rest. Cow tipping, they explain, is not a real thing. First of all, cows don't sleep standing up. That's what horses do. Cows actually spend a great deal of their time on their bellies digesting food, as well as dozing on their stomachs. But also, I thought that the fact is they're so heavy, it would be impossible for you to tip a cow over.
No, because when they're sleeping, they're
on the ground
they're
already.
Vulnerable.
Dude,
no, they sleep standing up, don't they?
They just said in the article that they sleep sitting down for the most part.
No, I've seen a lot of cows out there, and they sleep standing up.
I Festa, scroll up a little bit.
This is a Smithsonian article from 2013. breaking report.
Yeah, scientists have actually taken the time to investigate the idea and produce some hard numbers that indicated that cow tipping has no leg to stand on. It's phony. There's nobody will call this show right now and say that they've ever really seen somebody tip a cow.
You want to make a bet?
Yeah, let's go. All right, let's go to phones. Would anyone like
Let's
to
make a bet.
Let's call up right now, 800-990-1047. If you have been cow tipping and
Or you know somebody who has.
all right, yeah, that would be just hearsay, all right?
Okay, or you witnessed it.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Cow tipping is phony. There is no such
Where did I see
thing
it? I see it in a movie.
as cow
Yeah.
tipping.
Where have I seen
Sounds
it?
like a David Spade, Chris Farley movie of sorts.
Probably. But I guarantee somebody's done it.
No, they haven't.
Look at the phones. They're
it-
just, oh, no, nobody's calling.
No, they are. Andrew's answering calls right now.
All right.
800-990-1047. Nobody listening has ever tipped a cow because it doesn't exist. It's a phony urban legend.
Is it code for something else?
No, it's not code. It's
Can you get drugs underneath their poop? Is that a legend? Is that an urban legend? I heard you could do that too.
the mushrooms
Yeah.
in the cow.
Is that
dung.
real? Because how can that be real, but the other one would not?
Cow
I'll
tipping.
tell you what, the African dung beetle is enormous and lives in cow poop. Have you ever seen an African dung beetle?
Oh, yeah. I love
right.
those things.
800-990-1047. The lines are ringing. I got a call already on hold. Fester, can you, when I say I'm going to the phones, that's a good time for you to bring up the call screener.
I'm much
just a little pro.
I'm much
little-
more
little-
interested in the research of how many cows actually attack people.
Little
which
pro
is
tip.
Yeah.
pretty significant.
Let me grab Natalie. Natalie, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Natalie.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
We're doing. Natalie, where are you calling from?
I'd rather not say.
Oh.
Oh my God, it's a
Is
secret.
It a pasture?
She's
It
next
might-
to the cows.
It might be the pasture. You don't know.
All right, Natalie, go ahead. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
I have to say, MJ, you are incorrect on this one. I have participated in cow tipping.
Ah, well. Look who's right again.
Natalie, were you on a hallucinogenic trip when this happened?
No.
Okay. All right. So, Natalie, all the experts say that cow tipping is not real. Go ahead. Tell us about your experience.
You know, it was back in college days, and there's a cow pasture. You hear about it.
What university?
Try it.
Where was it?
St. Leo.
Ooh,
up
good cows there. Good cows.
St. Leo, right up in Pasco, right?
Was it
Correct.
Dade City?
That would be adjacent to Dade.
Yeah, right
Technically,
next-
it's San Antonio.
There's a lot
Okay.
of cows there. You got to give her that.
All right. So you're telling me you guys tipped the cow over?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Natalie. I think you're just. I think you're pulling my
Natalie,
leg.
how'd
No,
you do
she's
it?
not.
How'd you do it?
Give us more details, Natalie.
Please.
So, you know, there was a cow in a pasture,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, oh, we could go cow tipping.
What time of day
And
was
I
this?
said, I'm sorry?
What time of day?
In the evening, like, you know, probably midnight, 1 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
you got to do it late because they're sleeping.
And because nothing good happens after midnight, you're probably
Not in San
maybe
Antonio, Florida.
something. No, consuming
I
something.
did say it was college days, you
Yep.
know.
I got you.
Yep.
All right, Natalie. Thanks for the call.
You're welcome.
Thanks for listening. All right,
I'll
let's go
accept your apology now.
back to the phones. Donna, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead, Donna.
I just have a comment. If you were sleeping on the top of a bunk bed and somebody flipped you over, how would you feel?
Oh, we're not condoning it.
We're not condoning it. I'm just trying to
Well,
say
you
that.
think it's funny.
Okay, I
I'm
think a lot of
listening to your show. Everybody's laughing about it. You think it's funny.
No,
It's really not a funny subject.
Donna, hang on a minute. You're misinterpreting. I'm saying the cow tipping is BS.
Correct. But your fellow coworkers think it's funny.
we've just
not
acknowledged
funny.
Donna.
Oh my God,
Donna,
we've triggered Donna this morning.
Donna, we might not.
Donna's in Plant City.
Donna on her way to work.
I'm sorry, Donna. Say that again.
You triggered Donna on her way to work.
Oh,
my God.
Donna, I'm sorry.
Donna, where do you work? A dairy? What do you do?
No, actually, I work at Bob Evans.
Oh,
Nice.
Still,
All right.
very
There's
good.
a cow there.
A lot of cow.
Hey,
Yeah.
Donna, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Save the cows.
Which Bob Evans? I love Bob Evans.
William is in Plant City. 2 Plant City calls back to back. Hey, Will.
Morning. How you doing?
We're doing fine. Go ahead.
About that cow tipping incident, it's not really smart if you're only about 160 pounds.
All right, now, have you ever seen William? Have you ever seen a cow tipped, or is it BS?
No, it's been done multiple occasions.
Told you.
I have witnessed it. And it takes my cousin did it, and he's about 260 when he did it. And he had to hit it like a linebacker, man.
Yeah, you really have to hit it hard. I mean, it's not like you can walk up and just push it.
I still don't believe this is
What
a
are you
thing.
talking about? You have three calls.
Dude, there are stories online that farmers are saying it's not real.
What if farmers know this guy did it? Right?
I've done it. And if you don't knock them down, they will turn around and come after you because they some peed off on guns.
Sun guns.
William, thanks for the call. Carol's in Port Richey. Hello, Carol. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, I know.
Hey, by the way, we had if you missed it, hold on. Hold on, Carol. Let me just mention something. So, Carol, you're in Port Richey. How far away are you from Emerald Point? How far away are you from the Walmart on US 19 in Port Richey?
Actually, I'm not far away from your station at all.
No, I'm talking about Port Richey.
Yeah.
We're
I'm right down one block off of Yosemite,
The reason why I'm asking, we're in St. Pete. We're at Gandy and 4th. And
okay. You're not the one up here on 19.
No, we're not. We're not.
Oh,
all right, yeah.
okay.
So Carol, the reason why I saw you from Port Richey is when I flew in Monday morning with Michelle from Denver, Colorado. We approached over the Gulf, and we flew in. We got off the Gulf right onto land, right at Emerald Point, and we flew right over the Walmart on US 19 in Port Richey. And I've got great aerial video, and I posted it on my Instagram, Fester.
Yes.
And I had people actually comment, "Hey MJ, that's my house right down there." So seriously, I had people that said, "Oh, you can see my house from where you flew in on your United flight." Anyway, that's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. All right, so Carol, tell us about cow tipping.
Well, the only thing I know is they're awfully heavy, and I'm sure you could probably do it if you're very big and muscular, or if, like she said, they were college kids, and you had a couple of you.
Anyway, I'm maintaining that it's still BS. Carol, thanks for the call. Anthony's on line 7. Anthony says he has cows. We've got cows. Anthony in Brooksville, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, how's it going? So I'm not saying it's never happened before, but the reality is no one's sneaking up on a prey animal like a cattle in the middle of the night without that herd turning on you. Their instinct is to be alert constantly. So these people that say they grabbed their friends and walked into a pasture and just snuck up on a sleeping cow, that's not going to happen. These guys are looking for coyotes all the time. They're not just sitting there sleeping waiting for someone to push them over, a bunch of college kids.
All right, so Anthony, you're saying by and large cow tipping is BS.
Pretty much. I'm not saying it can't happen. Go ahead and find an old fuddy-duddy cow that can't barely stand. Sure, go ahead and push her over. But a healthy cow or herd, you're not getting close to them.
Thanks for the call. One more.
Now, what do you know?
Chris is in New York City. Hey, Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Well, really, it sounds like I should have called the morning zoo. Ha.
It's the morning zoo.
Animals, yeah. Anyway, in college, I went to Florida State.
Hang on a minute. Did you say morning zoo?
It's a good morning.
MJ Morning Show.
All right, go ahead.
So anyway, in college, I went to Florida State, and there was some kid that used to hang around. He was a townie, and he lived close to Cartersville, Georgia. So going up into the country. And I don't even know why we hung out with him now that I think about it. Anyway, he said one night we're at his property. He's like, "You want to see something neat?" Which it's always a good sign when someone says you want to do something neat. And he attempted to tip over a cow. It didn't tip, obviously, because it's, a weak-ton animal.
It's 1,000 pounds.
What's that?
It's 1,000 pounds. All right, so what happened? Were they able to tip a cow?
No, he fell into the, quote, mud.
Oh, yeah, into the pile of poop. So, again, Chris, thanks for the call. Folks, Chris, I appreciate it. I'm running late here. But I'm telling you, I don't believe it. And even Smithsonian Magazine online, you see story after story of cow tipping is pretty much BS.
All right, but there's a lot of reports of cows attacking MJ. I don't want you to think cows are just docile animals who are just watching the people go by. If you get close to them or harass them.
And anyway, this all started because we had a story in early Morons in the News about a jogger was out for a jog and a cow charged this woman, and now the owner of the cow could face charges after the cow charged the woman. So we got charges everywhere. You know, I didn't even get to the good Morons in the News yet, so we got to do that next. Also, the Roxanne issue. Roxanne is using an app that is supposed to make her life better, but the app is doing the reverse. It's making you got to hear what's going on here.
For real.
All of this is next. Don't move. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. on with Roxanne and Froggy. I am MJ, and we would like to thank you for listening to the show. Here on a Wednesday, feels like a Tuesday to me because I took Monday off. We had a best of on Monday because that was my travel day back from Vail. We did a little long weekend to take advantage of amazing late season snow conditions. While I was in Vail, I shot an Instagram live video. Did anyone see the video where I said that I had closed a very important deal?
Nope.
So you did not see the video on my Instagram.
Not that one.
You end up liking a lot of my stuff. I see, liked by Roxanne Wilder. So
Yeah, sometimes I like it with the volume down.
Yeah, sometimes I like you best with the volume down as well.
I shot a video. It's on my Instagram. And I don't know, it's maybe 5, 6, 7 back, whatever. And I've got my ski gear on. And actually, it's the one where my finger's in the air. Yeah, it's that one right there. I'm right at I'm at Mid-Vale.
Oh, I watched that with the volume down. Yeah.
What? Why would you do that? Why would you hold on? Turn the volume up. Turn the volume up, Fester. Hit it. All right. So I start talking here in just a second. Yeah, I'm just like rotating a little bit before because when you do Instagram Live,
Hello, everybody.
You want people to join. So
good day.
Oh. Good day.
It is lovely out here. It is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm not going to play the whole thing.
What's wrong with your voice?
I just come off a heavy run. I think it was, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here's the deal. Late last week, I closed a very cool situation, meaning I put the deal to bed. The deal is done. I can't reveal what is going on yet, but I have something absolutely incredible that is coming up on the MJ Morning Show. And within hopefully the next week or so, or week or two, I'm going to be able to reveal this. But I'm telling you right now, there is something remarkably exciting, absolutely incredible, and got the whole thing done. And I was working on vacation. I took a couple of days off. We took a long weekend. I'm still working. And I put together something that is incredible. And you, the MJ Morning Show listener, are going to love this. So just give me some time. I got to find the right time to break the massive news. But there is massive breaking news coming not too far down the road here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And every single one of you can benefit. Every listener. I don't care who you are. Every listener can benefit and is going to love this. And it was a long shot. I didn't know if I was going to be able to put this together. And I did. Bam. All right, first, before I get back to the early morons in the news, I want to deal with the Roxanne situation. This came up, I think, in the second segment last hour. So, I don't know, 22, 23 minutes past 6 a.m. We get into this conversation because during the break, Roxanne, in the room, starts talking to Fester about her anxiety. And then I'm listening into the conversation, and then I find out that Roxanne has this ridiculous amount of anxiety because she's using an app on her phone to track her sleep and her rest. But it turns out the sleep and rest app is causing her massive stress and is freaking her out. Well, then erase the app. Can you explain what's going on, please?
Okay, this app that I downloaded, it tells you how much sleep you get.
What is it called?
It tells you how long, I think it's called Sleep. That's
the
it.
name of the app?
Yeah, I mean, they just went for it.
And the app is like ruining your life? It's making things worse?
Yeah, because it's telling me how horrible my sleep is. So, for instance, last night, I was in bed for 6 hours and 10 minutes, but I was only even asleep for 5 hours.
How does it know? I mean, your phone's is it touching your body? Or?
No, it just, you put it on the nightstand and you point it towards you.
Yeah, how does it? That's weird.
Come on, how the hell does it know if you're really sleeping?
Like my bed does that, but it judges by like your heart pace and all that stuff. But it's under me.
What kind of Franken bed do you have?
We talked about my bed before. It has an app that came with it.
Hold on. What bed do you have?
One of those select.
It's like a Craftmatic adjustable select number.
Oh, you have the sleep number?
Yeah, sleep number.
Right. Is that thing just still a pool raft?
No,
inside,
man.
Have they
I don't know.
Because I used to do commercials years ago.
Awesome.
Seriously, hold on. This is back in the 90s. And I did a commercial. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so it was early 2000s because I was in my old house on Wallcraft, and I did commercials for the sleep number. No, it was Select Comfort back then. So they changed the name. Back then it was Select Comfort, and I did commercials for the bed, and they delivered a free bed to my house. And I'm watching them install this thing, and it was a pool raft inside like a frame. I'm like, what is this?
That's how you adjust your number for the furnace.
But I'm telling you, it was like 2 pool rafts inside, like just like a cloth enclosure. I'm like, really?
I think it's they've updated it since
Yeah,
then.
I guess I think they've massively updated. I don't think they're using pool rafts anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Froggy, does it tell you, like, when you wake up in the morning, do you get your sleep number? What?
Yeah, it
okay.
tells you. I
And
don't
how
look
do
at
you
it
do?
ever.
You don't.
I never look at it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to know. Just wake up.
So Roxanne this morning looks at me after the first segment of the show, which was all about her deodorant, and it was a lot of stress for her. And she looks at me and she just kind of gives off this big yawn. Like, I'm like,
I do that a lot.
I was like, did you get any? And you don't. That's what made it so odd.
So
And I was
this came up. It's like you're yawning, and then the sleep app. So the sleep app is making your life worse.
Yeah, because then I wake up. The first thing I do is I look at it, and I'm like, great, just what I thought.
No
Didn't sleep.
No.
And then you think, how am I going to get through my day?
Does
When
it
am I going to get my next
Let me
nap?
ask you a question. Does it count the number of times that your kid kicks you in the head in the middle of the night? Because you have to get your 4-year-old kid out of your bed
Well,
and stop letting the kid sleep in your bed.
Funny you say that, because she was actually sleeping on my head last night. She wanted to sleep on my
that's not
head.
going to help.
Yeah, that's great.
Does the app read that?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, the
and
app
then-
says, get the freaking kid out of your bed.
And-
They're going to be 9
yeah.
years old and still want to sleep in between mommy and daddy.
So Doug didn't come home till like 11 last night. And it
Where
was
was
like Meat Market. And so I had just fallen asleep. Fallen asleep, and then he came home. So that did a little blip on my sleep app, and I had texted him, "Can you please move Daviana off my head when you get home, so I can make sure my sleep registers properly?" And so, but it's just so stressful because it doesn't really tell you what to do about it. It doesn't tell you how to fix your sleeping problems. It just tells you what poor quality sleep you got.
So get rid of it. Delete the app now. If it's causing you more stress and consternation, then get rid of the app. It's not supposed to make your life more miserable. Or, you know what? Festa, oversee this. Erase the app right now.
Do not, because this is what I do now with it. I show it to Doug in the morning. I go, this is why we have problems. Because you are not helping me get a good night's sleep.
I
need it for evidence.
This
I
is
need it
why
for
you guys
evidence.
have relations. Well, you're not married. It's not like you're going to use this in divorce proceedings. You guys are talking about getting married later this year.
This is evidence as to.
You've got problems even before you're getting married. You guys have been together for like 10 years.
No, I'm just kidding. We don't have problems.
Okay, there's no
Perfect.
Why was Doug out at the meat market at 11 p.m. last night on a Tuesday night while you're trying to sleep with your silly app?
He was just there eating dinner with a friend.
Male or female?
Male.
Okay. All right, just check.
Yeah.
All right. just a friend. All right, so get rid of the app.
Okay.
It just sounds like it's a mess. All right, I have a couple of other additional early morons in the news stories. Have you noticed in the last couple of years that the point of sale devices at businesses are really taking a licking?
Hold on.
Yes.
I don't know that I've been to any point of sale devices that involve the tongue.
All right, Festa, don't be. Come on.
What do you mean
taking a beating? Will you stop it?
What do you mean? I'm asking. What do you mean? How they all
No,
look?
you're trying to be funny. It was just a lame ass joke.
I thought it was
All right,
hilarious.
first of all, all any of us try to do around here is try to be funny.
We have. Well, then do better. All right, so.
All right, we're keeping score now. Okay, we're keeping score. That's my game.
Hey, I'm throwing some wise ass right back at you.
All right, so
we've had numerous stories where customers have like picked up the cash registers or the point of sale devices, and they've gotten into a fight with the clerk back, and they throw it, they rip it, they smash it. We had a lady wreck, I think, a whole McDonald's setup.
That's what I think of.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
McDonald's. Was it out of Pasco County or Polk County where she twerked at the end and cleared everything out?
I thought that was Pinellas Park. But
I don't know.
Anyway, so I don't know what it is, but I keep seeing stories about customers that are just wrecking the cash registers and the point of sale displays. This is out of Midland, Texas, and a woman causes $21,000 in damage at a Wingstop and just wrecks the place. And there's video. The Midland Police Department, they're looking for information. They're trying to identify the female suspect was at a Wingstop on March 9th. picking up an order according to the Midland Crime Stoppers Facebook page. She became irate after learning the restaurant's policy on showing a credit card for online purchases. The woman's name didn't match that of the cardholder. The Facebook post stated that the manager was attempting to calm the suspect down when she started to push the cash register, attempted to go behind the counter, confronted the manager. The suspect then decided to damage every single cash register on the front counter and starts wrecking all of the LCD displays, all of these, they're called point-of-sale displays at these businesses, and just destroys them. She starts ripping out the things. She's throwing them. She's damaging them. She smashes their phones. She wrecks everything. The suspect caused $21,000 in damage to the electronic, cash register and checkout equipment on the front counter at Wingstop. Yeah, if a person has any information, they want you to call the hotline in Midland, Texas. And there's video. Look at this.
This video is crystal clear.
It is unbelievable.
Oh, my God. She goes into a rage, starts throwing and pushing everything.
Andrew will have the video up in just a few minutes. So if you want to see this lady destroy the front counter at Wingstop, the video will be, look at this. The video will be up momentarily. Give us a few minutes, and we'll have it up in videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and we'll have it up on mjmorningshow.com in just a little bit.
How does the Wingstop employee not squirt her with, atomic sauce?
Yeah.
Is that like pepper spray?
It's right there.
Atomic sauce. See, that's funny. That's a good one there, Fester.
I shoot a really high average.
Yeah. All right. So, do they have atomic sauce? Is that one of their sauces?
I'm sure they do.
Or just throw some frying oil at her.
Some
whatever.
oil that they boil fry the wings in. So,
Burn
MJ,
her face off.
have you ever been to a Wingstop?
I have never been to Wingstop. I've only been to Buffalo Wild Wings one time in Hempstead, New York.
I think they're very different concepts. Where Buffalo Wild Wings is sit down.
Right.
I think Wingstop is more of like a fast type environment. They opened a Wingstop near my house recently, and I didn't know this. And we're driving down the road, my wife out of nowhere. Ooh. I go, what? She goes, they opened a Wingstop. I'm like, are we ever going? And she's like, no, but.
Why not? Why not?
Out of nowhere. She's like, ooh, they opened a Wingstop. So we're excited.
Anyway, we'll have the video up. You got to see this. But we've noticed over the last couple of years that people are really taking out their rage on restaurant and business cash registers and point of sale displays and just like clearing the whole counter. And the video will be up in a bit. MJMorningshow.com. It'll be under videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, when we get back, we have a posthumous upgrade to something, which I think is very, very important. Also, do you know about the hot officer? Do you know about the hot officer? Not hot sauce officer. There is a hot officer.
Male or female?
It is a female and is totally a big news event happened yesterday. And we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the hot officer. Hold on. And then Fester, if you fell off an upper level of a cruise ship.
Oh, God.
Holy crap. We got to talk about that. And that's just not even scratching the surface. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show. Don't move. We start an hour and 20 minutes of non-stop content with no interruptions next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. MJ Morning Show on Q105. It is 7:24, and right now, the beginning of 1 hour, 20 minutes, nonstop MJ Morning Show every morning about 7:22 to 7:24. We start this, and we go all the way to like 8:45 or so, 8:43, nonstop. No commercials, no music, no interruption, just nonstop MJ content. Nobody does this like we do. I don't even think across the country anyone does an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop content. It's incredible, and it starts right now on the MJ Morning Show. So I mentioned this hot officer. Andrew, did you get the hot officer story up online so our viewers can follow along on this?
Stories we talked about.
And, of course, I'm talking about our viewers on MJ TV over here. Andrew, are we getting anywhere with our video system? I asked 2 years ago to be able to put, like, web pages up on MJ TV.
No.
And they,
no.
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere.
No, we're not getting anywhere.
I've never seen things crawl this slowly anywhere. But anyway, that's a whole different issue.
It's all right.
You ever seen a turtle walk?
Okay. You see a turtle program a radio station?
Are you guys up to speed on the hot police officer?
No.
I follow. There's one that always has Instagram stories, and she's a cop, and she is a 9,000 out of 10.
This is not the one you're talking about. This has to do with a news story that happened yesterday.
Okay.
Folks, you might be familiar. There was a very big story yesterday, and I'm not going to get into the details of what happened up in New York City, other than former President Trump was up in New York for an arraignment on a variety of charges in New York State. We're not going to discuss that. What I am going to discuss is that on the 15th floor of the Manhattan Criminal Court building, there is a blonde female officer that apparently has caused hearts to go. Guys just went gaga for the hot blonde New York State Courts police officer. Unidentified as of last night. I don't know if anyone's identified her yet, but she is a blonde woman appearing to be maybe late 20s, early 30s, and people are going gaga for this hot blonde cop at the Manhattan court building yesterday during the whole Trump appearance. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the appearance. I'm not talking about any of the politics. I'm talking about the hot police officer.
Don't you think all police officers should probably be ugly? You know?
Hold on. What? Wait a minute. What did you just say?
Because, you know, when if you got a hot officer, you're sort of like you're like, oh my God, you're unbelievable.
Hold on. What? Say what you just said again, please.
Well, it's sort of, I just think
repeat exactly what you said.
Don't you sort of think all police officers should just sort of be like bigger and ugly?
Like a deputy donut?
No, what he's saying is they should be. He's not saying that you think of them that way.
Wait a minute.
He's saying
I'm saying they should be
because then it's not distracting.
Yes, exactly.
So you're thinking So
if that blonde pulled me over, I'd be like, I don't care. Anything. Take me to jail. Frisk me, please. Everything's right in the crotch area.
So you think that all police officers ought to be unattractive, is what you're saying?
It's like I think all masseuses should be 250 or more. If you're a masseuse,
all masseuses should be
because they could really put that pressure in there. And really, I had one that was enormous. It was the best massage I've ever had.
Male or female?
A female. When she walked by me, her gut would hit me. But she gave the best massage.
Dude, that wasn't her gut.
She had Helga hands.
Dude, she had the biggest hands. It was like being massaged by a wrestler.
Wow.
It was awesome. So, this is things I think about.
So this is a very, very pretty woman.
Let me see this gal.
But
the woman, the police officer, she was standing in front of this doorway, and the cameras during the whole Trump appearance in New York yesterday, the cameras were down the hall, and they were facing right down the hall toward this officer. And all of the news channels and the networks were covering this, and they had her like they had a static camera shot, and they were showing the hallway and the door where Trump and his attorneys were going to emerge. And all you saw was this hot female blonde police officer with the New York State Court Police, and she's just standing there, and people are like, oh my God, who's that? Everyone was saying she's hot.
Is everyone just so horny? Like what?
Social media exploded on this yesterday about, man, who's the hot blonde cup? What'd you say about what, horny?
Yeah, I mean, is everybody just waiting for someone to drool over and to oogle? And is it the word oogle or is it Google?
Okay.
No. Ogle. Yeah, ogle.
All right. So she's a pretty woman, and she's an officer doing her job here, and she's in uniform. And I am of the belief that an average person or an above average person looks significantly better potentially in a uniform.
Nobody would have expected this. I mean, you're dealing with, the New York court system. You're dealing with this case, this big national story, and Trump's about to emerge from this door. And suddenly, for like 10, 15 minutes, the cameras are focused on this blonde that's standing in front of the door, and people are going gaga for her.
Okay, what did you just say, Fester? Because I think I might agree with you on the male part of it, but disagree with you for the women. I'll tell you why.
I think it's the exact same for both. I think the uniform makes a good-looking person much better looking, or an average person maybe into the
false
above average segment.
I don't agree with that.
True,
I think
true for the men.
Yeah, guys look so much better in UPS uniforms. I love brown.
Froggy will actually switch hit and go for the other team for a hot guy in a UPS uniform.
Yeah,
back in the day, Rhonda, the receptionist, would keep the UPS driver at our place for like 20 minutes, just chatting him up because he's wearing that sexy brown uniform with those brown socks.
I saw a UPS guy drop some packages off the other day. He had his sleeves rolled all the way up, like it's like he
what are you having, daydreams and fantasizing?
No, it's like he converted his outfit into like a weightlifting competition or something you'd wear at a weightlifting competition.
You take calls from guys who wear uniforms, UPS uniform. Doesn't have to be law enforcement, but could be.
When I was a Publix bag boy, chicks were all over me.
Yeah.
The salmon shirt.
What about a 10-minute oil change uniform?
Oh, so hot.
Okay, so I think it is true for men, but I kind of have to disagree with you, Fester, for the woman, because women in uniform usually are not made up. They're not trying to, they're not dolled up.
I like a woman in scrubs.
Oh, like an ER
like
nurse or something?
No, he's talking like somebody in an insane asylum.
Anyway, Andrew, do you have the hot police officer up on Stories Mentioned? Folks,
I mean, she's okay.
I mean, she's a pretty woman, but she's not
like
she's not gonna
unbelievable.
She's not gonna break the internet.
I think she's attractive. All right, if you want to see the hot police officer at the Trump court appearance yesterday in New York, that's the only thing we're going to talk about regarding that appearance yesterday. If you want to see the hot female officer, it is up at mjmorningshow.com and click on Stories Mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. So find that particular tile, Stories Mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and then you'll have the link to the article and the pictures of the hot police officer. Looks like she's about 6 feet tall as well. I mean, seriously.
Well, what do we think? The guy next to her is 5'11"?
No,
I mean, he could be.
No, because there were a whole bunch of, during the course of the video that I was watching, a whole bunch of guys walked by, and she was taller than most of the guys. And there was one gigantic dude as well.
Maybe she was a hot volleyball player too before she went into law enforcement.
Hot cops. Go to Instagram. Go to Hot Cops in Blue.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's just pictures of hot cops.
Anyway, if you want to see the hot female police officer, go to mjmorningshow. Hey, make up your own mind, hot or not. So mjmorningshow.com, click on Stories Mentioned, and the link is there. Fester, when I heard this, because you were on a cruise recently with your family.
It was over the summer, but yeah, it was a great cruise.
Froggy, you were on a cruise too with your family, right?
Yeah, like last year.
Yeah. And Roxanne, were you on a cruise as well?
No, I'm going to be soon. Maybe.
When? Hold on, I'm going to be soon,
next week,
maybe.
Next week.
You're going next pretty soon. Yeah, that's pretty soon.
You don't know
on a cruise next week.
What days are you going on a cruise next week?
I saw this. You're not going on a cruise next week.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm going on a boat next week, but
going on a boat.
A smaller boat. Okay, so have I told you that? Yes, I told you that.
Told me
I'm gone next week.
What?
I told you that.
I don't recall. Anyway,
Okay.
so you're out next week?
Yes.
All right.
The whole week?
Lucky?
I might be back Friday, but I'll let you know.
Take it off. Don't
Wait,
worry.
you're going on a boat?
Yeah.
A small boat for 5 days?
For what?
It's awesome.
I'm gonna go to the Keys.
And who
on a boat?
What kind of boat are you on?
Just like a Gilligan's Island boat type.
Are you on like a yacht?
No, absolutely not. So going to the Keys for a couple days next week and gonna like hop around on a boat.
Fantastic.
My mechanic took a boat to the Keys, but he left from Cuba.
Okay.
He's a great guy. All right, go ahead.
What are you saying?
Esther.
No, go on.
All right. So I saw this story yesterday, and I'm like, oh, my God. Can you imagine if this were Fester? A cruise passenger fell off an upper deck and hit another passenger below on a lower deck.
Oh, man.
This was on the Virgin Voyages ship Valiant Lady. It had left Miami just a couple of days ago on Sunday for Roatan, Honduras, and somebody fell off an upper deck. A passenger that fell off the deck. He didn't make it. They didn't make it, but hit another passenger below, and luckily that individual was able to escape with minor injuries. Fester, when I saw this story, if you fell off an upper deck and you hit another passenger,
I'd have killed 2 people
on a lower deck, Mike, it could have been 3.
Dude, I would have fallen through the floor of the ship and sunk it.
Yeah, you would have ripped off them.
Yeah, right?
It would have been Titanic too.
Instead of fat man straight ahead.
Iceberg right ahead.
One time I was on a ship in Italy, and it was an all-Italian crew.
Was it the one that tilted over?
No, not
its side?
the MSC. Was it the MSC Lyrica? Was it the Lyrica? And then the guy abandoned ship? What was that?
It was
Corsica?
Concordia?
Cordia.
The Concordia. Was it the Concordia?
That sounds right.
The captain fled the ship.
Yeah, he left.
That guy went
Took
to
him out of it.
prison, I
Yeah.
think. He went to like Italian jail.
Isn't that like the one rule of captainism?
It is.
You go down with the ship.
Yep, you
Costa
do.
Concordia.
Not if I was a
Costa
captain.
Concordia. That's
Costa
right.
Concordia.
You were on that boat?
No, but I was on its sister ship, actually, same company. So I was
Really?
on a Costa Cruise Lines. And so the ship that I was on, or maybe, regardless, I was out, it was late at night. I was out on the deck and nobody was out there. And so there was this guy out there kind of cleaning up. He was one of the crew members, and obviously he spoke Italian, didn't speak any English. And I was trying to ask him, what happens? What were to happen if I fell overboard right now? Like, what would the ship do?
Leave you.
Right?
Well, if nobody sees you, then you're done and you're treading water for as long as you can, and you hope that somebody else comes along.
Right. But my question was more like, what's the protocol? What happens next when someone gets notified? Well, he mistook what I was saying because obviously the language barrier.
Hold on a minute. They thought that somebody was overboard?
But what I was
Did they turn the ship around?
Stop the boat! Somebody is overboard!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
This woman says.
The sirens start blaring on the ship. Whoop, whoop. Man overboard. Man over. Did you cause an alert and alarm?
Very close. Very close. But what I was really surprised about is the...
Oh my God.
That's from yesterday.
That was the alarm for the boat.
That's Roxanne from yesterday. Oh, man. Andrew just played that. Hit that again. Go ahead. One more time. Man overboard. All right, so what happened?
So it was remarkable how calm he was. He was like, oh, overboard, just like Froggy said, I can't do it, Froggy.
Overboard.
Yes. And then he just calmly walked away and was like on his way to go, sound the alarm, I guess. And then that's when I chased after him. I was like, no, it was a hypothetical. It's not.
It's a hypothetical. Oh.
What are you, a crazy American lady? You tried to get us to search for a person that's not really overboard. What are you doing? Let's get her off the ship. She's a crazy lady. She's on drugs.
Everybody who works in that ship looks like Super Mario.
I'm going to call the Carabinieri and have you taken away.
Oh, my gosh. Froggy.
What?
You're right. Everybody who does work on Italian ships looks like Super Mario or Luigi.
All right, but the deal is that on this cruise ship, this Virgin Voyages ship, they say on Sunday there was a medical emergency involving one of the passengers. The passenger went over their balcony onto a lower deck and hit another passenger, fell on top of them. And luckily, that person was okay. If it was Fester, you would have had 2 people deceased.
Or maybe I would have been okay if I would have used them as my landing pad.
My
And
God.
the boat would have been lost.
Anyway, I thought of you immediately, Fester, in this. Hey, speaking of travel, have you ever heard of, I love this. I saw this story over the weekend while we were traveling. And when I saw this, I'm like, no, I don't have a problem being called this because in this day and age, you got to fight for your right. Forbidden space.
Oh my God.
That
That was
was
so bad.
awful.
That was so bad.
What are you
doing? Hold on.
You just butchered a Beastie Boy classic.
Yeah.
To talk about
For that?
bin space.
What pitch was that?
Oh my!
I've never heard that.
Forget
pitch.
the pitch. I mean, just the concept of the Beastie Boys to bin space. Oh my!
You gotta fight
don't do it
for
again.
your right
No.
for bin space. So what am I talking about?
You're talking about traveling on an airplane.
Right. And this day and age,
And this day and age, you really have to use your muscle to find
Well-
the place to put your bag.
you need an early boarding group,
Right.
hopefully. And the issue is, and we've all been there, they're at the airport, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of bin space. You're going to need to check your bags. I don't want to check my bags. There is a definition for people that crowd the gate to try to get on the airplane early. Well, it's not like it's first come, first serve. They have the procedure. For instance, with Southwest Airlines,
You're numbered on Southwest.
on Southwest, there are open seats, but you've got the A boarding group. You've got A 1 through 60. You've got B 1 through 60. And then you've got C 1 through 60. And if you're on a sold out flight and you're on Southwest and you're like boarding C 32, you're screwed. You might not get some overhead space. So first of all, check in earlier. Make sure you're there at the exact time, 24 hours exactly prior to the flight time. You want to make sure that you're on the Southwest app or you're on the Southwest website to try to get the earliest boarding group. And these days, even if you're right there, you're lucky to get like late A, like A.
Does Southwest sell priority A1?
That's the point. Is there are so many like reserves for the A-listers, and then they'll also, for an extra fee, you can board in A group. So it just seems that years ago, if I was like right there, let's say on a flight 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then 8 o'clock this morning, I'm right on the Southwest website. I check in, and I'll get like A26, A19. Those days are over on Southwest. It seems like you're lucky to get maybe the back end of A if you're there immediately, or early B, B1, B12, B20. But the point is, that's Southwest. The other airlines, depending on your status or your ticket that you purchased, you might be boarding group 1, boarding group 2, boarding group 5. I think American Airlines is like boarding group 7 or 8. I'm like, what's going on over there?
And then in that group, there's no organization.
But let me tell you something else, and I haven't even gotten to the gate lice story, and this is great. Haven't even gotten there. But we flew United over the weekend, and we flew Tampa to Denver on United, and we flew back Denver to Tampa. The trip back we got back from Denver to Tampa International, 2 hours, 45 minutes. I've had flights from New York that took longer than that. It was great. So very, very fast flight. But you know what I'm noticing? The number of pre-board categories, it's unbelievable. It's at United.
Yeah, you're right.
We were boarding group 1. And there were 29 other groups before they even got to boarding group 1. I'm like, what is going on here? So Michelle has status on United. Michelle is like some gold member or whatever. She's got the United Mileage Plus credit card. So we were in boarding group 1. I'm like, all right, cool. And then they've got there are 20 groups that board before you. And I was starting to like make jokes in my head. Okay, double amputees with red hair, you're now free to board. Military service members, please have your ID ready. Which, listen, I've got no problem with that. I fully support, allowing our military members.
Oh, but redheaded WMPTs, suddenly you're getting a little touchy.
But then United 1K members, United Global Services members. If you need extra help boarding, you can board. If you have children, you can board now. If you happen to have a pet turtle, you can board now.
I'll bring a turtle.
If you have a flatulence problem, you can board now. I'm telling you, there were like 15 groups that got to board before group 1. I'm like, what is going on here? Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I saw a story from Business Insider, and it read, why you don't want to be called gate lice at the airport. Do you know what gate lice? So I love the story. The minute I saw this, I'm like, I'm going to like this story. Do you know what gate lice is?
I have an idea.
What do you think gate lice is?
Like when they say boarding group C, you can now, and then they just run to the front.
Well, you're close.
Okay, so wait, lice, do they itch? I forgot.
Oh, yeah, lice will itch.
They itch, right?
Yeah,
and then you just comb them out of your hair.
Yeah, your kids probably have lice right now.
Your kids probably have lice. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Roxanne.
My friend's kids just had lice.
Don't take it so personally.
Listen, if you've had kids with lice, then that's no laughing matter.
Yeah, tell them not to use kerosene or gasoline. You ever see the stories about the idiots that try? There's like that old wives that, oh, yeah, you get rid of lice by dousing your kids with gasoline. No, don't do that.
Okay.
I got it from some hump of a kid that brought it to school when I was a kid. I can still remember my mom putting that crap in my hair and that hard comb.
Yeah, that little comb with so many little fingers. I had it too.
Was it called Rid?
Rid.
Yeah, that's what they put in.
Rid.
God.
Oh, like burned.
I remember when some kid had like pinworm in Chloe's class. We had to take some kind of like, was it pinworm? What the hell was it?
Ringworm?
No, it wasn't ringworm. I think it was pinworm. No, seriously. Some
Isn't
kid.
that in your butt?
It is in your butt.
I have one of those right now. I named it.
You know, Froggy itches back there all the time.
Yeah.
Froggy, it's like he has a perpetual case of pinworm.
It's Petey the
No,
pinworm.
I remember like 15 years ago, there was a kid in Chloe or Julian's class that had pinworm, and we had to go to the drugstore and get some white pasty medicine, and the whole family had to take it. Just as a precaution.
Some kid doesn't know how to wash his hands?
No, you sit in a puddle.
All right, so gate lice. Let me get back to this. Gate lice is the name that gate agents and flight attendants use who describe travelers who crowd the gate before boarding. And these passengers, they want to get on as quickly as they can in order to most likely get the overhead luggage bin space before it all disappears.
Okay, I think lice is a really stupid analogy. I think like gate buzzards would be more, they're buzzing around, they're hovering, like ready to pick apart where they're like gate lice.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan.
Do lice jump like fleas? Maybe it's an appropriate name. I don't know.
This is tough.
I think it's a great story. Access to the airplane and people that crowd the gate, flight attendants and seasoned travelers call the people that mob the front of the gate loading area. Those people that crowd the gate are called gate lice. Passengers who position themselves to be first in line at the gate, likely so they can secure overhead space for their carry-on bags, but people crowding the gate before the plane and crew has even arrived is a major flight attendant pet peeve. Rich Henderson, a flight attendant of 10 years and a co-creator of the blog Two Guys on a Plane, told the Insider website, just stay out of the way, stay out of the boarding area until your group is at least close to being called. I don't get in the way, but I want to make sure that I get overhead space because almost always we travel with only carry-on bags. We avoid checking bags like a nasty case of pinworm or lice. I don't want to check a bag. Now, Michelle and I, we've kind of mastered the method where you're off to the side, but you have quick access to the boarding lanes.
I got to say, I don't care because I'm a completely different person when I'm relatively sure I'm never going to see any of these people again. I'm never going to see anybody that I'm on a flight with again. I don't care. I'll push a person.
So the headline was, you don't want to be called gate lice at the airport. Listen,
how about gate gnats? Gnats with a G.
Gate gnats.
Not offensive enough. Not offensive enough.
No, listen, I don't have an issue with the title. And you want to call me gate lice? Fine. You can call me all the names you want. I want to get my overhead luggage space, above my seat and not have to walk backwards. That's the worst thing on a plane.
Walking backwards.
If you have to walk backwards, because then when it's time to deplane, you've got to wait because the whole aisle is. You want to talk about, I call them airplane jack-in-the-boxes.
Yeah.
To the people that pop up. I've been on planes where literally the minute the plane lands and the wheels touch down, there are some people that get up and start opening up the bins.
No, it's right when they hear the bell. That's when it's like,
everybody jumps up.
Well, hey, that's true as well. But
so annoying.
I have been on flights where literally the plane has just touched down, and some people get up, and the flight attendants have to get on the PA system. Hang on a minute.
No, God.
All right. We don't really need a PA.
Flight attendants have to get on the PA. Please sit down. The plane has not arrived at the gate. Yeah, no crap, Sherlock. Yeah. The main landing gear just touched down. We're still doing 148 miles an hour on the runway. And I've seen people get up and open the bins to try to take their luggage out. And you know what? It's usually foreigners. It's usually they're traveling from Turkey or something. I'm telling you, or Lebanon.
Or it's me, because I'm never going to see any of these people again. I don't care if I offend any of them or all of them.
You can call me gate lice. I just want my overhead space. But apparently, internally in the industry, there is a name for people that crowd the gate, trying to get in line to board the plane. And listen, I don't care about getting on early. I just want the bin space, because I'm not checking my bag. Let's be 100% honest here. Now,
then wait. Oh, right. Okay. I was like, wait, you don't have a bag? Are you going to sleep in the bin?
Excuse me?
Would that be like a nice, cozy little?
Is that a short joke?
Could have held on to that one.
Just because he could fit doesn't make it a good idea, Roxanne.
Could have held on to that one. By the way, Fester, if you look, there's usually like a weight sticker on maximum weight in the bin.
And you just reach it.
Yeah, Fester. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's not going to work for you. All right, it is 7:50 here at the MJ Morning Show. I want to know if this is true or false. There is a survey out. There are facts and figures. Really? Many people would take a pay cut in order to alleviate their allergies. First of all, who the hell came up with this comparison? What? Who says, we're going to do a survey. We're going to find out if people would take a pay cut at their job, if they've got bad allergies, and if they could escape this allergy hell. So the question is, would you take a pay cut in order to escape allergy hell?
This is weird.
Tell me why it's weird, Froggy.
Because I don't understand that one has nothing to do with the other one.
Well,
it's like, would you, I have migraine headaches. So would you take a pay cut to get rid of them? I mean, come on.
The point is that, wait, you're going to go ahead and you're going to eat into your earning potential or ability. You're going to sacrifice quality of life on a money end in order to, feel better about not having allergies?
Yeah, essentially it's... Yeah, right. How much would you pay to get rid of your allergies? Is essentially what
everything has a
is.
price. I mean, if you've never had allergies again, would you pay $5,000?
Nearly a third of people surveyed, 31% of people said that they would take a pay cut for a year in order to be allergy free. 2,000 adults in the United States with allergies, they said that they would be willing to do away with some of their yearly income to completely rid themselves of allergy symptoms. So that's one of the things is money. But then they also asked about other items, about what would you do away with for a year in order to get rid of your allergies. And 31% said they would take a pay cut from their job. But what else would they be willing to rid their lives of? 39% said cake. So
screw that. Give me the allergies.
39% said they would do away with eating cake for a year in order to get rid of their allergies.
Yeah, because those people don't eat good cake.
Another 39% said chocolate. They would abstain from eating chocolate for a year if they could get rid of their allergies. Video games. They would walk away. Frog, you couldn't do that. You're obsessed with these racing online video games.
I am in a sim racing world, as they say.
38% of coffee drinkers said that they would do away with coffee for a year if they could get rid of their allergies.
Oh, that's tough.
36% said that they would ditch social media for a year if they could get rid of their allergies. Wow.
I have some advice for these people.
Oh, by the way, this poll was conducted on behalf of Flonase. You know, the...
all right, Flonase.
I bet.
Flonase, the allergy medication. What was that, Rox?
I have some advice for all these people who are desperately looking for ways to trade their allergies away. And that is go get tested for food allergies, because I didn't think that they were related. But once I got tested for food allergies and eliminated the foods that I was allergic to, my seasonal pollen allergies got better. So basically, it's like your body can't be bombarded with allergens. If you can at least eliminate one layer, like foods that cause a histamine reaction or whatever it is, then you can feel better when the pollen hits you, because you have that first defense. You're not all beat up from your foods making you allergic.
See, Roxanne had real advice.
Yeah, I did.
So, I mean, my advice is like sneeze while you eat that chocolate cake. Big deal.
I wasn't going to take calls on this, but I was just going to kind of just hit and run on this story. But Wendy's in Tampa. Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, I was saying if they'd be willing to let me work from home, I'd take a pay cut.
Unrelated, but thank you.
No, the allergies, like, because sometimes the allergens can come from within your office, or where I worked at one place, I was surrounded by a bunch of trees I was allergic to.
What kind of trees?
Like dogwoods.
Okay, what do you do around trees that you could also do from home?
No, I'm saying if...
She's a gardener. She works for a lawn care company.
I work for the Parks Department, but I just want to do my job from home.
I want to do it.
Where I worked at,
Hold on.
people would open the back doors, and these trees sat right out back.
Okay. Now, Wendy.
So every time somebody opened the door, it came in.
Gotcha. Wendy, what do you do for a living?
I'm a guest service associate. I check people into hotels and resorts.
And there are dogwood trees all around the hotel that make your nose run?
Where I was at in Virginia.
Okay,
I
all
just
right.
transferred down from Virginia.
Gotcha. Yeah, a lot of dogwoods in Virginia. That's true. I used to live in Virginia. Where in Virginia did you get transferred from?
A little town called Gordonsville, just north of Richmond.
Oh, up there near, was that Henrico County, or what county was that?
Yeah, I was in Orange County, Louisa County.
Oh, very nice.
I used to call you guys from up there. I was calling from Virginia a lot.
Well, Wendy, thank you for calling in. We highly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a lovely one. All right, so I don't know if I'd want to take a substantial pay cut to get rid of allergies.
Essentially, how much is your allergies worth? I mean, forget they try to get the clickbait by saying people will take a pay cut. But MJ, if you could cure a lifetime of allergies, put a number on that. I mean, I don't suffer from allergies that are so debilitating that it's worth me, I think, separating from 10 grand.
Could you remove something to make allergies go away, like a part of your nose?
No, you can remove your whole head. You can decapitate yourself.
Remove the portion of the brain that is responsible for processing allergies. All right, so Froggy, this story's right up your alley. Mm-hmm. Because of this. Let me play a sound effect here.
But is it true that Trump had nuclear secrets? It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick.
All right, did you hear that?
Is that real?
All right,
Oh, my God.
Did you hear that?
Where's that from?
All right, now the content, forget about what they're talking about.
Is that from The View?
It's from The View.
Boy, those ladies at The View cannot hold it in.
More like the smell.
Now, we've...
The Pew.
The Pew.
The Pew?
Oh.
Hi, welcome to The Pew. But if you listen... They're talking about, I guess, Trump and whatever, but nothing to do with the content. Listen to the toot. Now, there have been multiple high-profile toots on The View. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar.
Whoopi tore one?
I think even they said Barbara Walters was a fart machine.
Yeah, she was like she's OG fart machine for The View.
All right, so there have been numerous cases of sound bites that have come from The View, and I'll play it again. Listen, you'll hear the little, okay? Hear it one more time.
But is it true that Trump had nuclear secrets? It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick.
Just a little.
Okay, what was that noise prior to? Did you hear the woo?
Yeah, they knew.
They knew it was coming?
Yeah.
Here's the ISO. Here's the ISO.
Specifics, but specifics, but.
God, it sounds like somebody's doing it with their mouth.
Specifics, but.
Well, here's the deal. There's an update on. What are you laughing at?
It's just the perfect toot.
They
right?
need a Larry King fart fan.
You know, that's a true story.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That was
he'd tear so much, it'd have to blow it away from the guests.
That was confirmed. Roxanne, do you not know about this?
No, I don't think I do.
You don't know about
Hello, Omaha, Nebraska. You're on Larry King Live. So Larry King on CNN, there was a rumor that he had fart fans underneath the desk. So Larry would be sitting there with his old, RCA 77, DX microphone, the old capsule microphone. He's got his suspenders on. His shoulders are all caved in, all right? And big puffy shirts. And the guests would sit across from him. Apparently, Larry King had such a I hope I'm not offending Larry King. Well, Larry King's son lives in town.
Yeah, he does.
Well, in North Tampa.
Larry King was a legend, radio and TV legend. So a lot of respect for Larry King. But the story out there for years was that Larry King had a pretty big gas and a flatulence problem. And is this the Trump audio?
I'm trying to find it. It's a 4-minute clip.
Oh, this is the best.
Hey, have Andrew find it.
I think this is a 12-second clip.
Is that? Oh, it's so.
This is the best clip on Earth.
There's a funny clip. This has nothing. Hold on to that. We'll do that in a second. But there's a hysterical clip of Trump on with Larry King Live back in 1989, and it is classic. All right, hold on. If you never heard this audio bite, we'll get to it in a second. But the fart fan story with Larry King is that allegedly he had a gas problem, and the guests would be in the studio, and Larry King's like just blowing them out, and the guests are like getting gassed out. So the report was that they had to put these very quiet fans underneath Larry King's desk that blew air the other way. So as stuff came out of his rear, the fans would blow it to the behind Larry, and it wouldn't waft over to the guests that Larry King was interviewing. And it was called the Larry King fart fan. Now, I once had a former Larry King producer call my show, and I said, I got to ask you a question. Because it was something unrelated. Oh, yeah, I was a producer on Larry King Live for like 10 years or something. And I said, you got to settle something. Is this true or false that Larry King had fart fans underneath the desk to blow his flatulence the other way? And she said, 100% confirmed.
Oh.
She said 100%. Anyway, Larry King, rest in peace. Certainly a broadcasting legend. And that's just funny. All right, so Fester, this is the Trump audio bite.
Unrelated to the content in the View, because they were talking about President Trump, and then
hold on, I didn't even get to the View. I didn't even finish up with the View. Hold on a minute, folks. I still have to finish up with the reason why I brought up the View. All right, so play the Larry King audio. This is from 1989, and Trump was on with Larry King. Roll the audio.
Do you mind if I sit back a little bit because your breath is very bad? It really is. Has this ever been told to you before? Huh? Okay, then I won't go on there.
Roll the. Trump says Trump is moving away. He's moving his chair back.
Because Larry, he has his arms crossed and he's hunched over the counter. And
he's facing Donald Trump. This is 1989. And Trump says to Larry King, do you mind if I sit back? Because your breath is very bad. Roll that again.
Do you mind if I sit back a little bit because your breath is very bad? It really is. Has this ever been told to you before? No. Huh? Okay, then I won't go on there. No, actually, Larry,
that's how you get the edge.
Jeez, he just has no filter.
There's no filter there.
Your
Larry,
breath stinks. I must tell you, your breath is really awful.
I got to sit back because your breath is really bad. On live CNN.
I would have kicked him out.
All right, back over to The View. And the reason why I played this audio bite.
Specifics, but
Guess what? They're now blaming the fart noises on The View on glasses that are being moved on the desktop.
What?
So allegedly, The View is adding coasters underneath the mugs because the movement of the mug on the countertop on the View set, they're blaming mugs being moved for creating what people think sound like farts on the air on The View.
Whatever.
Sorry, I just was moving a piece of paper.
Really?
Oh, that was me just moving a pen.
What are they going to say next week when this show has more toots?
Exactly.
Whatever. They're never going to top. Nothing will ever top the sneeze toot from
Yeah.
Ms. Wendy Williams.
Oh, we have that.
That made her a legend.
Was that a sneeze toot or a burp toot?
Oh, maybe it was a burp toot.
Which I think are physically impossible to do at the same time until Wendy Williams did it.
This is almost...
Is it a burp toot or
I don't know if this has ever happened
It's a matter
before.
of time. She's not lonely. I mean, I apologize.
Did she apologize twice?
What would you apologize
For the burp and the toot.
It was a burp toot. Hit it one more time, Andrew. One more
it's a
time.
matter of time. She's not lonely.
That will never not be funny.
That is.
I could pull off the burp toot, I would take a victory lap. I mean, that's amazing.
Right. So
how is she not in Guinness Book of World Records?
Yeah, I didn't know that was possible to come out. Like, what kind of pressure
Hold
did
on.
she have in
Wait
her
a minute.
intestinal system?
You never heard that bite?
Of course I
Yeah,
did.
okay,
I'm
all
just
right.
saying, I think it's a medical phenomenon.
Yeah.
I think that I don't think it's allowed to, the gas can't come out the burp, the throat and the butt at the same time. It's like the pressure
It's a
doesn't
one-way
allow
road.
it to.
All right, now let me finish with the View. So
is that Joy Behar that did that? Who is the tutor?
Listen,
Who's
Whoopi
the-
Gold.
Joy Bayfart.
What's her name?
Joy Bayfart, right?
Is that who did it?
There have been numerous. Sorry. Whoopi Goldberg has been accused, and so has Joy Bayfart.
Joy is 80 years old.
Oh my gosh, really? She looks great.
An 80-year-old lady just kind of letting one rip.
She's probably all blocked up every day, too,
Oh.
right, to be quite honest. All right, so hang on a minute. Let me finish the story. So the allegations of these fart noises coming from The View and from the desk, the set, a source told Entertainment Weekly that the root of the sounds came solely from mugs scraping across the glass table. So the director wanted to see what would look like if the mugs were placed on white coasters. So they claim that that's going to alleviate the perception of some of the hosts farting on set.
All right. I mean,
Okay, we'll
it's
fix that.
Fartgate. I mean, you put a bunch of old ladies in a room and you jam a bunch of cups of coffee down them. What do you expect to happen? I mean, I'm not surprised. Okay, lady, it's fine. You tooted. Big deal.
By the way, incredible feedback on my Gwyneth Paltrow reenactment video with Michelle. If you haven't seen it yet, a remarkable reenactment of Michelle playing the part of Gwyneth Paltrow. I played the part of the 76-year-old former optometrist. And, of course, the massive story of the recent lawsuit. Gwyneth Paltrow won the case last week where this guy accused Gwyneth Paltrow of ruining his life. He claimed that Gwyneth Paltrow rammed into him while skiing in Park City. And Michelle and I, we were out in Vail over the weekend, a little late season skiing, excellent conditions. And we recreated on one of the slopes of me coming in behind Michelle. And go ahead and play the audio. Go ahead. Hit Paltrow. I need to get some goop. Gwyneth, I need some goop. Goop. I come up behind her.
Slow down, Gwyneth. I need some goop. I'm going to slide right in between her skis over here. Oh, my God. Holy crap. Oh, gosh.
So Michelle goes down.
Oh, Gwyneth, give me some goop. Stop scooting me. Give me.
So it's
Is that all you're going to scream? Give me some goop.
Give me some goop. It is a classic reenactment. This is 100%. This is perfect. It's a absolute perfect reenactment. And if you haven't seen the 31-second clip, it is on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. Take a look. Already the number of views has exceeded all expectations. So my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio, and it'll be. It's one of the top. I think I pinned it. It's pinned.
Top pinned
Oh
item.
yeah, I pinned it. So it's the top item, and you can see Michelle's back going down the ski slope, and then I get behind her and I get between her legs and I ram her. And
Ooh, okay. If you just take that out of context, what you just said sounds very salacious.
So you can see the reenactment. It's also up at mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And just look for the item, the Gwyneth Paltrow video reenactment, so you can see it on our website or on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio on Instagram, and give me a follow while you're there.
Still no word from Gwyneth's people. You've tagged her, you tagged her company. They haven't commented yet?
I did tag Gwyneth, and there has been, let me see.
I'm going through the comments. I don't see at Goop responding back to this very, very realistic reenactment.
Hang on a minute. I think my thing is locked up. Hang on a minute. Let me see if they've commented yet. No, I don't see any response from Gwyneth Paltrow or Goop because I tagged them all in this thing. But people love this damn video.
I'm a fan.
Comments are great. People are saying this is hysterical. People are saying that this is clearly exactly the way it happened.
Clearly.
Listen,
Clearly, exactly.
The people have spoken about this, basically.
Obviously.
I am not going to do something half-assed over here.
No, we do things whole-assed.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, let me see how many look how many views. Oh, I've just picked up 2,000 views just talking about it right now.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Wow. Now you're up to 3,000.
Yeah.
Good job.
So take a look at this thing.
Can we talk about the other thing that was on your ski trip that you promised yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Promised?
Well, what was it?
Disco ball head.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
Helmet.
Well,
Funny
you just-
helmet.
Fester just gave it away.
It's on your Instagram that you promote a billion times a show. I mean, it's not top secret. Gee, people.
I took a picture of a lady that had a ski helmet that was easily mistaken for a mirrored disco ball in a club.
I loved it when I just saw the picture by itself, but then when I read your comment or read your caption, I realized why it could be a big problem.
Do you have can you read the caption? Do you have it handy?
No, I blocked you since you posted that picture.
All right.
All right. So here's the comment. I took a picture of a lady and she's wearing a ski helmet, and literally there are little like a half inch or a quarter inch by quarter inch mirrored squares covering every square inch of her ski helmet.
Just like a disco ball.
Dude,
Yes.
it is a disco ball on her head. And I captioned the photo. This lady was yanked off the slopes by the ski patrol because her disco mirror ball helmet blinded skiers, causing them to crash. Because we had a couple of bluebird days out there, total sunshine. This was taken on Saturday, not a cloud in the sky, total bluebird day out at Vail. And the sun was hitting this lady's helmet, and skiers were getting like blinded. And I saw one guy crash into a tree like Sonny Bono.
What a way to go.
All right, Roxanne, do you think that I'm being truthful?
I don't think that the crashing into the tree part is truthful, but did she really get pulled off the slopes?
No.
I believed that part.
I know you did. Because you responded to my post, and you're like, oh, my God. What did you respond?
She wrote.
Roxanne wrote what?
At Roxanne Wilder.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
I said it just.
What do you do?
Oh
Just
my
lie
gosh, that's
on your
freaking
post?
crazy.
I'm being facetious. It's a joke.
Last week, you're like, I fell out of my chair and broke my wrist and broke my sternum. And then
People are calling 911 to check on MJ.
Come on, just like a fibber.
Yeah, but
what's
you know
going to
what?
happen when something really happens?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, people know I'm being facetious.
I did not.
I'm being sarcastic.
That seems dangerous now that you mention it.
The lady has a ridiculous helmet. It is covered with little mirror squares. It looks like it could be. I remember when I was a kid, there was a Chips episode. Did anyone see the Chips episode where up on the hilltop there was a truck that was carrying mirrors? Andrew, do you remember that episode?
Yeah, they had to reenact it over and over again
Yes!
until the right time of day.
There was a give me the Chips music.
Good one.
There was seriously back in like the early 80s, I'm like, I don't know, 10th grade, 11th grade, there was a Chips episode and there was a car crash and they were trying to figure out what caused the car crash, and it turned out up on a hill there was a truck carrying mirrors. You know, one of those mirror trucks with the mirrors on the racks on the side?
Yeah.
And at this precise time of day, the sun hit the mirrors and reflected the sunlight into drivers' eyes, blinded the drivers, and it caused this massive car crash. And then I think they hit a fruit stand. They went airborne.
Yeah. And Poncherella hooked up with all the ladies.
And they reenacted it. They over and over again, they reenacted. Hold on, is this actually, do you have the audio, Fester?
I think it's from season 2, episode 15,
Hold
scene
on.
7.
Wow.
Oh, hit it. Go ahead. Play it. Oh, yeah, this is the reenactment.
All right, Baker's driving the truck.
Look. Look. And then Baker gets blinded. Oh, there's Poncherello. It's on YouTube. The actual scene's on YouTube. And they reenacted the car crash. And they figured out what caused the crash. And it was
the fakest blind,
actually, it looked like
ever.
It looked like it was an El Camino.
El Camino was carrying the glass.
And El Camino had the glass sheets in the back of the El Camino. The old, remember, station wagon pickup truck deal.
You forget how good Chips.
I remember one
were.
episode when they found a snake. There was a car crash. It was because there was a snake down by the floorboard, and he couldn't get it. It was wrapped around his leg, and he got in a car crash, and Ponch grabbed the snake. It's cool.
Hysterical. All right,
okay, so anyways, I'm not alone because I've gotten some texters who fell for it.
I
too.
was joking.
Fell for your facetiousism.
If you want to see, if you haven't seen it, again, it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. And the picture of the woman with the disco ball helmet, it looks ridiculous. It looks like it could be dangerous.
She looks like a straight up kook. Like her face looks like she'd be the person at a party with a lampshade on her head. This will
disco ball.
Anyway, obviously lots of crap on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow if you care. Now, there is a sleep expert who says that you should eat this fruit if you want to get better sleep. If you want to sleep better, if you want to sleep longer, that you should eat this fruit to help you out. Well, this would be a big problem for me, and I'll explain in just a minute. But any idea what the fruit is?
Horned melon.
Kumquat.
Yeah, I mean, Froggy.
Are you guys coming up with all these sexualized
I know for a fact Froggy loads his mouth with kumquats every night.
I love them.
I mean,
I can't get enough of them.
Isn't there a kumquat festival like in Dade City or
you
something?
Know what the kick is? The Kumquat Festival is the same weekend as the Gasparilla Parade.
Oh.
So I never make it up to Dade City for the Kumquat Festival.
Is that true?
Yeah, they have the kumquat cake.
Ooh.
Kumquat, kumquat
Okay,
key lime
careful.
pie. Kumquat pie. It's like
careful,
key lime
dude.
pie.
Whatever. Seriously.
Rambutan.
Hold on. What was the first thing you said?
Horned melon. I got some the other day at Sprouts. It
What
was
the
good.
hell is horned melon?
They're melons and they have little spiky horns
Oh,
on
I've
them.
seen those things.
Yeah.
Is that the white fruit with like the black seeds in it?
I've never had that.
I think it is white inside. Yeah, white. Yes.
Sounds
I think so.
satanic.
Maybe I have had it because I might have been like cubed in like a whole cornucopia of fruits.
Is the answer like as dumb as like bananas or something? Or like apples?
Wait, what about rambutan?
No, it's.
I tried to bring that to work for you guys to eat, but MJ didn't go for it. But it's these like they look like sea anemone creatures. It's pretty good though.
Is it
Eyeballs. It looks like eyeballs inside.
Is it lychees?
It's kind of like lychee in the lychee family.
All right. So what's the fruit?
Kiwi.
Oh, that was my first guess.
So why didn't you say it?
Because I wanted to be
Where did you get kiwi?
edgy.
You went edgy with the deviled horn fruit?
So kiwi, according to experts, experts claim that it will reset your sleep schedule, and if you eat kiwi, that kiwi will help you sleep better and sleep longer. I got a little problem here. I am not allergic to many foods. In fact, I don't. The only thing that I'm allergic to is kiwi, and it closes my throat up.
All right, we got to get some kiwi in here right now and give it to MJ. Seriously, I don't believe it. You go anaphylactic?
Dude.
On kiwi?
We need some immediately.
Now, hang on. For whatever reason, ask Michelle.
It closes up your throat?
Here's the deal.
Ooh.
I had my first kiwi back in like the early 1980s, about the same time I was watching that Chips episode with the mirror.
Just munching on kiwis, watching Chips.
Literally, my first kiwi was back and I ate it, and almost immediately I started getting like a tingling in my lips. My tongue went numb, and then my throat felt like it was closing, and and I had like this. It was like a sandpaper feeling in my throat. Suddenly, I had like a coarse sandpaper feel. Hey, go get Buck. Hey, Andrew, go yell for Buck. He just walked down the hall.
Andrew's microphone doesn't work.
Does he have a kiwi in his hand?
Yeah. Hey, come on. No, I need to talk to Buck in a second. Buck, grab Mike 4
Come around, buddy.
after I finish with the kiwi. So,
no.
But here's the deal with kiwi. Even for me, if kiwi touches another fruit, so if there's like a fruit cup and there's kiwi in the fruit cup, I have to pick the kiwi out. But if the kiwi touched other fruit, which of course it's going to do in a fruit cup.
It's tainted. The whole cup's tainted.
And if I eat the other fruit, it doesn't have the same effect as if I actually ate the kiwi, but I'll feel like a little bit of a numbness or a tingle on my tongue from the kiwi. I am allergic to nothing, apparently, except kiwi. And Froggy, you want me to what?
Yeah, let's get some.
You want me to shove kiwi down my throat live on the air so you can see?
Only like 8 or 9 of them.
So I can go into what? Anaphylactic shock? I don't know if... Is kiwi, is that a fruit?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's a vegetable.
I know why you're going to say that.
Can I finish my sentence? Is kiwi a fruit that has a high level of people who are allergic to it?
I think it is. It has a lot of vitamin C in it. I know that. Someone texted me. I don't know if this is true. I need to Google it. I probably should Google it before I say it. But kiwi allergies usually go hand in hand with latex allergies.
I don't have latex allergy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has a whole suit of latex, and he's fine with it. No, kiwis, the small oval-shaped fruit. How much does the story?
Are you going to tell us what a kiwi is? The small oval-shaped. What are you reading over here? We know what kiwi is.
All right, so I get to this website called the Sleep Foundation.
Yeah,
and they have a bunch of foods that help you sleep, and one of them, the first one they mentioned,
is kiwi. Yeah, that's why I'm doing the story here.
How much kiwi do you have to eat?
And when do you eat it? Do you eat it before you go to bed, or do you eat it all day?
If I eat it, if I eat a lot of kiwi, I could have like a permanent nap.
Dirt nap.
I want a really good. I'll get a dirt nap going on. Holy crap!
Right, so according to sleepfoundation.com, people who eat 2 kiwis, who eats 2 kiwis in a lifetime, much less at one night, 2 kiwis an hour before bed will help sleep.
If I eat kiwi, seriously, the reaction is almost instantaneous, and I start tingling, I go numb, and it feels like my throat is closing, and it feels like there's like sandpaper in my throat almost immediately.
You know, kiwi has a different texture to it. Like it's slimy, and then it's also like fuzzy on your tongue. I'm not talking about the shell of it. But what is it that makes...
I don't think I've ever had kiwi, to be honest.
Yes, you have. Really?
What am I going to go buy kiwi?
Yeah, I remember, seriously. Back when I was a teenager, back when I was like, I think 14, so probably like 1982, 81, 13, 14 years old. And I just remember that kiwi, it seemed around that time, it sort of made a splash in the United States. I don't think kiwi was really popular in the U.S. back in the 70s. It was like early 80s that kiwi, they started to really import it from, I think, New Zealand or something. And it was a big push for kiwi. And I first tried it. I'm like, what the hell is going on here with this kiwi crap? Anyway, so, but apparently it'll help you sleep longer. All right, moving right along. I just asked Buck, our video guy, into the studio. Buck, grab Mike 4 over there.
Hey, Buck.
Hey, Buck.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Buck's from the MJ Morning Show and the whole Beasley video department. How are things going over there?
Going pretty good, I guess. Little scared you called me in here, but...
Well, hold on. Why would you be scared that I called you in here?
Whenever you call me in here, it means something is going on. I think I have a clue, a hint.
All right, what do you think is going on? Why do you think I just called you into the studio, Buck the video guy?
Well, yesterday I walked by and Andrew gave me a warning as to you guys had mentioned me in a video we did about a year ago.
Okay, and what video was that about a year ago?
So this video would be where we took Shorty Shane to a laundromat. And against my best decisions, Fester crammed him into a jumbo dryer and hit start.
Right down on 4th Street here.
Yeah.
And of course,
decisions?
of course, hold on. That was meant to be a reenactment because a little over a year ago, almost a year ago, we had a story about a babysitter that got arrested on child abuse charges because the babysitter put like a 2-year-old kid in a dryer at the house. And we had the brilliant idea. We've got Shorty Shane. There's a laundromat down the street here. Let's have Fester go to the laundromat and put Shorty Shane inside one of these laundromat dryers. And, well, all hell broke loose. The manager flipped out. They called the police. They tried to prevent Fester and Shorty Shane from leaving, blocked them in. You were there as part of the video crew.
I was a getaway driver.
You fled. You scrammed the scene. And it turned into a whole international incident. The manager blocked Shorty Shane in. Technically, that was a holding Shorty Shane against his will. What do they call that? It was like... what's the actual
imprisonment?
It was like false imprisonment.
Yeah.
So technically, they wanted Fester and Shorty Shane at the laundromat down the street on 4th Street here in St. Pete. They wanted them trespassed, and they each got a trespass warning for a year. And Fester brought up the fact that, guess what? Fester, do you have the exact date of the expiration?
I think it's the 15th.
So we're getting very close to the trespass warning expiring, and
are we going back?
We are. Of course we're going back. We're going back the minute the trespass warning expires. But that's not the reason why you're in here.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. All right.
There's a question.
Yeah.
There was a big incident, and the old management, Steve Triple Nipple Triplet, our old general manager, promised the laundromat owner and manager that we would not post the video. Well, listen, Steve's not here anymore.
Yeah, he's making cam videos.
Steve's a great guy, but he's no longer here anymore.
Triple nipple cam videos.
So all the old folks, all of our operations, everyone's not here. It's a whole new crew in here.
Yeah.
So the question is, Buck, where is the laundromat video that we were not allowed to post?
All right, so to be 100% honest with you,
no, I want you to be 100% untruthful with me.
Well, I considered it. Yes, I have the video.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
However, there is still one person here of upper management that advises against this. That's our HR.
There's no one. We don't have. Who's in HR?
Leslie.
No. Listen,
we've known Leslie for years. She'll be fine with it.
It is 1 year coming up. We are going to post this video. This is going to be. They want freaking web hits around here. I'll give them their freaking web hits.
Now, didn't we do a reenactment?
My microphone just fell off.
Broke the microphone.
Hang on, I was. Hang on. Let me put my microphone back in.
Let's just have MJ fix his mic before anything else happens.
All right, go ahead.
We did a reenactment, and I believe that video was exactly like the first one.
No. We want the video of the altercation in the parking lot. We need Shorty Shane being blocked from leaving. We need to put together like a 2 or 3 minute year later recap. They want web hits. Seriously, there's a huge drive for page views and hits. If they want a smash hit, this will be a smash. The band video, we've got to put it together. We're coming up on a year. We're sending Fester and Shorty Shane back.
We're going back.
To find the manager and go, it's a year. Trespass warnings expired.
Okay, we should bring a cake. Celebrate the anniversary.
Go to Publix. See if they can do a cake in the shape of a dryer.
Yes. Like a little. Can you put a dwarf in a dryer in the front of it
and sprinkle Tide on it?
Yes. No, we want to eat it.
I know.
So MJ, listen, we're going back. Buck, it has nothing to do with the fact that we did a reenactment and we did post something that did what we. What makes this great is that this is the contraband.
Police. Don't you have the police arriving?
Right, I do. Well, it's from Fester's cell phone.
I forwarded you all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because we need to put this together.
Right.
It's 1 year. Steve and Travis and Ted, they're not here anymore.
Right.
They've all moved on to great things.
Right.
And listen, we need to post this.
How do I want to give you this. I want the people to see it, but how do I know that my job won't be in jeopardy if I release this?
I am authorizing you. I'm giving you MJ authorization. This will be a smash. This will be web and page views out the wazoo. And that's very important now.
You get 10,000 clicks on it, you can do anything you want around it.
All right,
10,000? How about 100,000 clicks?
Can I take this to Ron and just say, Ron, we filmed an old video. We didn't think it was a good time before, but now we want to release it.
It's 1 year, and it will be huge. It'll be humongous. You know what? Hold on a minute.
You got to ask for permission.
Hold on.
Or ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Should I? What time does he get here? What time does
About
our new
8:30.
general manager?
Yeah, about 8:30.
He's right here.
He might be here. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me have him come to the studio. We have got to get this thing done. All right. Let me go to my address book. Ron, let me bring
Does
up
he
his...
have any idea of the history on this?
No. He knows nothing.
Listen, the less he
He's
knows,
a clean
the better.
slate, right?
Yeah, well,
we can just tell him what we want to.
No, yeah, exactly. The less he knows, the better.
Oh, God.
Listen. This is our video, and they at a courtesy. Here's what happened.
It was a courtesy.
Steve Triplett, our old general manager, was trying to de-escalate the situation at the laundromat. It was a show. All right. It was. The cops were there, but the tables were kind of turned because the manager was raving, "Oh my God, they put the little dwarf in the dryer." And then the cop actually said, "Ma'am, you blocked and you prevented the dwarf from leaving. And technically, that's a felony. You committed a false imprisonment violation."
In hindsight, we should not have been trespassed because we were trying to freely leave the whole time.
But didn't we break a $60,000 dryer?
No,
we didn't break
by
anything.
putting a human into it.
No, never.
No.
They said we could have broken the dryer.
Okay.
Yeah, we did not break the dryer.
Let's not bring that up again.
And I'm calling Ron DeCastro.
Hello?
Ron, hey, it's the MJ Morning Show calling live. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
Hey, Ron, folks, this is our new general manager. He's been around since, you started, November?
October. How long am I still new?
October. Hey, listen.
You'll be new for a while, Ron.
Ron, are you in the building yet?
What? Excuse me?
Are you in the building yet?
I am not in the building. I am in the car.
Okay. All right. So when you took the job, did anyone make you aware of the MJ Morning Show laundromat incident?
Oh, absolutely. That was one of the first things that I was told.
No, you're pulling our crank. No. All right. So we got to bring up to speed, Ron. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ron
I am not pulling your crank. I am fully aware of it.
Hold on. Okay, tell me, what happened then?
I think some gentleman was requested to go into a laundromat, and it was requested that the MJ Morning Show leave. Is that
So we tried to put a midget in a dryer.
Yeah.
Well, you know Shorty Shane. So we were trying to reenact the story, Ron. About a year ago, there was a story about a babysitter who was arrested on child endangerment charges because she put a 2-year-old that she was babysitting in a dryer. So we thought with Shorty Shane, who's about the size of a 2-year-old, that it would be a great idea for Fester to bring him down to a laundromat here on 4th Street and put Shorty Shane in the coin-operated laundry dryer. We did. It took a couple of tumbles. Then the manager came over screaming. They threatened us. They called the police. They then prevented Fester and Shorty Shane from leaving. Anyway, we have the whole thing, Ron, on video. But in order to de-escalate the situation, oh, and by the way, Fester and Shorty Shane were both issued trespass warnings. So they were trespassed from the laundromat for 1 year. That expiration date is coming up in a couple of days. So we're obviously going to have them there the day after the expiration.
Oh, no. I have extended the delay. Yes, I've extended it for my contract expired.
Yeah, I was going to say the length of your contract.
No. All right, so we're going to be there the day after the expiration of the trespass. But here's the deal, Ron. The whole thing was captured on video, and Buck the video guy, was ordered not to put the video together or make it available because Steve, the old general manager, was just trying to de-escalate the situation. It has been a year. Buck still has the video.
Hey, Ron.
This will be a classic. We have an initiative to get page views and web hits. If we put together, I still have people constantly saying, my God, are you guys going to show the video? So on the 1-year anniversary, Ron, if we want to blow the video hits, if we want to blow the page views through the roof, we need to put together a couple of minute video recap of the banned footage. There is no reason. Nothing was signed. There's nothing legal. We need to post the video. It's been a year. Things have cooled down, and it was only a de-escalation issue when in fact the manager at the laundromat committed the most serious potential crime by preventing Shorty Shane from leaving. Officers told the manager, that's false imprisonment. If he wanted to pursue that, it's far worse than them putting the dwarf in the dryer. So, Ron, I'm just saying that on the anniversary, we need authorization. We have to get Buck to put the video together, and we will blow the web hit numbers through the roof.
Yeah, I think that's a hard pass.
No, come on! What is going on here?
See,
what do you expect, MJ?
Yeah,
Ron, come on! This is what we do for a living. This is content, baby.
Yeah, let me think about that. I think that might be great. My contract expires sometime October.
All right, Ron, I'll tell you what. Let's set up a meeting. Let's have a face-to-face on this.
Yeah.
Ron, this is huge. Yeah. Come on. I'll tell you what.
Excuse me. Apparently, it's not huge.
No, it is.
Well,
this
Shorty Shane.
Shorty Shane.
Yeah,
This
Shane.
will be mass. I'll tell you what, Ron. Listen, I know we kind of cold called you on this thing. Let's have a little meeting. Let's talk about this because this will blow the numbers out if we put this video together. The band video now available.
Unfortunately, it might blow some other things out. So let's have this meeting.
All right, I tell you what. Let's have a meeting. Let's talk about this. Nothing's getting blown out. There's nothing wrong with this, especially a year later. The fire's been put out, and this would be an absolute just a magnet for page views. Absolutely. All right, Ron, I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay, talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, think about it.
What'd I tell you guys? Ask for forgiveness.
Listen,
not permission.
my job is to create content. My job is to generate page views and listener. We create here.
That's what they say.
This is an awesome. I feel like I've got shackles on. I mean, come on, unshackle us on this deal. It's almost a year since the laundromat incident. All right, folks, stay tuned to the MJ Morning Show. I'm gonna meet with Ron on this. Buck, man, you stayed awfully damn silent.
Hey, it's out of my hands. Yeah. I'm willing to give you guys the footage. I'll put it in high definition for you guys if I'm allowed to.
Here's the only reservation I have is that the actual footage, it wasn't a terribly long piece of time.
No.
Is it? I haven't even seen it after a year.
Well, hold on, Buck. You have your footage of the dwarf going into the driver, of Shorty Shane going in.
My camera.
Right, so you still have that.
Uh-huh.
Right. Do you have all the B-roll of me saying, all right, get ready. All right, let's do this.
I do. And I have your cell phone footage of you and Shane in the back of the police car.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So
we weren't in a police car.
We just need to put
I thought you were.
We need to put like a 2-minute package together of everything, and this is the lost story of the laundromat incident, and it will get enormous interest and views here on the MJ Morning Show. So, listen, maybe I need to give out Ron's office number and have our listeners call him, demanding that the video be released.
It's a documentary, if anything. It's history.
It is.
We're documenting history.
It is MJ Morning Show history. And I'm not going to let this be suppressed any longer. Listen, my job is to get content out there. That frosted my butt. It's a year later. Let's get the freaking video out. Like the anniversary of the incident, let's get the video out and let's blow the numbers out as far as page views on our website. That's what they want us to do. I've got an instant page view explosion for them. So how the heck could we turn that down?
I concur.
We all concur. Roxanne, you're totally silent over there.
She wasn't there, remember?
I wasn't there,
Somehow
so I don't know what happened. Oh, was I supposed to be there?
No, but you could have helped.
No, you were in the studio here.
No,
you did it after
work. We did it after the show.
Okay.
We went after the show for liability reasons and knowing that it was a little on the, slightly sketch side. I kept the crew to the minimum.
Okay.
Me, Buck, and Shane, and we got the hell out of there pretty quick. Remember the one direction I gave you once everything started going down?
You looked me dead in the eye and you said, "Run!" And I hopped over Shane because he had blacked out on the ground.
You took the camera gear and the actual footage and you left the scene right away.
Look, I jumped in my truck and I backed into 4th Street and I had about a manager and some other people who were doing their laundry run into 4th Street.
Yeah, we've
with
got
their
audio
cell
of that,
phones.
by the way. Yeah, this is Buck leaving.
Yeah.
laying rubber down. In fact, the
Wow.
rubber is still on 4th Street.
It's a fast truck.
Yeah.
He has a souped-up truck.
One of those Ford F-150 Lightnings.
Yeah, that's what he has.
That's what that was.
All right, we're working on it.
Listen, folks, this is a new work in progress. I'll keep everyone up to speed on exactly what's going on. But, man, this is content.
Talk to Ron. I'm down.
All right, listen, I hope he doesn't, wuss out on this deal. I need some clear leadership in getting content before our beloved MJ Morning Show listeners and viewers. That's what we need to do. Hey, Buck, thanks for coming in.
You're the best,
Thanks.
Buck.
Yeah, thanks, Buck.
I appreciate it. Hey, do you remember the baby shark lawsuit?
No.
Somebody was playing it over and over.
Yes. The baby shark lawsuit. And, who could forget this? Guess what? Do you remember the...
Was it a neighbor trying to piss off another neighbor?
Nope. They were jailers in Oklahoma that were torturing prisoners by playing Daddy Shark over and over. Former Oklahoma County jail guards in Oklahoma City were accused of torturing inmates with this Baby Shark song by playing it over and over on a loop. Well, they've been sentenced to probation and fines after pleading no contest to several of the charges. So back in 2020, former detention officers Christian Miles and Gregory Butler and their supervisor Christopher Hendershot were charged with 4 counts of cruelty to prisoners, 4 counts of corporal punishment to an inmate, and 4 counts of conspiracy. Prosecutors said that in 2019, Miles and Butler pulled at least 5 inmates out of their cells, one at a time, late at night, to be handcuffed and forced them into a standing stress position and played this on repeat. I mean, it's like freaking Abu Ghraib in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do.
Court documents state that Miles and Butler used the booth to discipline inmates and teach them a lesson because they felt that disciplinary action within the detention center was not working in correcting the behavior of the inmates. So let's subject them to a loop of
Grandma shark.
Grandpa shark do 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 do. Grandpa shark do 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 do. Grandpa shark do do do.
The documents also state that Miles told investigators that the inmates often pissed off Butler and that those inmates were more likely to be mistreated by the jail guards. Miles and Butler were each fined a whopping $200 and must pay $300 in victims' compensation. They were placed on probation for 2 years, banned from working in law enforcement, and must complete 40 hours of community service. Yeah, court records don't indicate a plea sentence for Hendershot. Federal lawsuit was filed in 2021 by some of the impacted inmates against the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office, the Oklahoma County Criminal Justice Authority, the former detention officers, and the Board of County Commissioners. One of those plaintiffs was rearrested in 2022 and died in custody. The medical examiner determined he died from an accidental fentanyl overdose.
Ew.
Wow. So the Baby Shark story has some closure now.
I don't know that you could give me enough fentanyl if you're playing Baby Shark over and over again.
That's not funny, Fester.
I wonder if that guy...
It was an observation, not a joke.
No,
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny.
Yes.
What were you going to say, Frog?
True.
Like the guy who wrote that song. And is he rich from
Yeah,
it?
he is.
He ought to be jailed, actually. He ought to be imprisoned and forced to listen to his own damn thing while chained to a wall.
It's all over the world. The guy must have...
Yeah. I have to address something very serious.
Okay.
I noticed something was missing from the studio, and I just noticed where it went. And by the way, I've had people contact me because they've noticed on the MJ TV camera over here, they've noticed that something is missing behind me. Something that they can see in the background.
Okay.
People notice that it's missing, and guess what? I found out where the hell it went.
Oh, I know what it is.
I will explain, and I got photographic proof this morning.
I thought you took it.
No, I did not.
Because you would.
Hold on. Let's see if Froggy knows what I'm talking about. Okay. That would be next, plus a whole lot more. I've got such a pile of stuff we got to get to. But you know what this does? This concludes 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. No one does this, folks. Also, I'm launching a new thing. I'm launching Operation MJ9.
Okay, what's the 9 for?
Operation MJ9. Do you know what that is?
No.
MJ,
9 workouts a week for you at your X-rated place.
What? No. Operation MJ9 is to make sure that everyone listening right now continues to listen in the 9 o'clock hour. Because there's so much material. The 9 o'clock. See, what happens is, people are in the car, they get to work, and they're like, I got to stop listening. No, don't stop listening. Because when you get to work, where you get to where you're going, you can continue to listen on a regular radio. You can continue to listen on a desktop computer or laptop. You just go to mjmorningshow.com. At the very top right, you'll see a big red button that says Listen Live. Click. And the next thing you know, we're coming out of your computer speakers. If you have a smartphone, get the iHeart app, get the TuneIn app, get the Odyssey, AUDACY app, and listen for free on your smartphone. Just search for Q105 Tampa on any of these apps, and you can continue to listen when you get to work. So hence, Operation MJ9 to get all people listening that think they have to stop listening. No, keep listening in the 9 o'clock hour because you're missing amazing material. And I'm looking at a pile of it right here. So that's Operation MJ9 here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, 8:46 now. Quick break, and then we got another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show going into the 9 o'clock hour, and we're back next here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, Andrew Duncan guarantees it. Our Roxanne. That was Fleetwood Mac, and I mentioned at the very beginning of the song that a day or two ago they released the official cause of death of Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac, and apparently, according to the death certificate, she had been diagnosed with a metastatic malignancy of unknown primary origin, so she had cancer, but she actually, I guess, died of a massive stroke that was brought on by this aggressive form of cancer. So the stroke was sudden. That makes sense because, remember, it was reported that she died suddenly, and all the members of Fleetwood Mac rushed, I believe, to London to
be by her side.
Well, no, I think she already died.
Passed?
She already passed.
So
they I remember that Stevie Nicks apparently everyone was caught off guard. Stevie Nicks said this was unexpected. So I don't know if the other members knew that she had cancer, but the cancer apparently caused this massive stroke. So that is the actual cause of death, according to numerous reports that came out yesterday on that situation. Hey, Froggy, speaking of another death, the bushwhacker, is that the bushwhacker that died?
There's two of them, Luke and Butch.
So
they were brothers, right?
Yeah, they're from here, too.
Bushwhacker Butch died. So which is the famous? Are they both famous?
Yes, they're both famous. They were the Bushwhackers.
Yeah. Hold on. Did you know that Bushwhacker Butch from the WWE, that he was 78 years old?
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Was there a heyday back in like the 80s? Was
yeah.
Was that
they
it?
were like around Andre the Giant time.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
All through Hulk Hogan's career.
I don't know if they would walk down the
Man.
But remember, they had those like the goofy scrunched up faces, right?
They would walk like this, and then they'd grab a kid and lick their head.
Yeah. Oh God, they'd lick kids' heads.
Yeah, I'm not sure they can get away with that.
You get arrested for that these days.
These two guys were nuts, man. I love the
You
Bushwhackers.
do that these days, you have to turn your porch lights out on Halloween.
They had a Bushwhackers restaurant locally here for a while.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I remember that.
Listen, I've lived here since 1994. I don't remember everything.
There's a lot of wrestlers that live in this area.
There really are.
I remember my first radio station remote was with Captain Lou Albano.
You see?
Yeah.
I bet you he was drunk.
It was at some rundown fireworks stand on 49th Street.
Are you serious?
Right? And I'm like, hi, I'm
Did he have the
Fester.
rubber bands and the beard still?
He was the nicest
Of
guy.
course he did.
And he had like white Velcro old man shoes, and he was signing everything. And it was me and Captain Lou for 2 hours.
They used to have the minor league training right off Southdale Mabry.
Yeah.
So that's where they're like farm system for WWE.
I got to see if I still have this picture. But I saw a story last night. I'm like, you know what? This reminds me of what happened to me when trying to return a rental car. I knew better, so I didn't show up. But there is a story out of St. Pete here. A woman by the name of Elizabeth Hamilton. Well, she says there's a Google Maps error that puts a city park at her address. A city park and boat ramp is at her house.
Oh, man.
It's incorrect. Yeah, I saw this on Channel 8, and this is a Better Call Bankin story. It says Elizabeth Hamilton, blah, 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 loves company. She says, we're just like any other citizen, just wanting to have a nice, peaceful existence. I want to be part of the community, just not in my living room. Hamilton complains of a steady stream of people knocking on her front door, often hours before the sun comes up, because somehow her home address was listed in the Google search directories for Crip Park and boat ramp.
Poor lady.
Which is actually across the street. So wait a minute. Who the hell is knocking on her door at 5 o'clock in the morning saying, yeah, is this the boat ramp?
Where's the
No,
boat ramp?
you're at my front door.
It's right there.
It's
across the
behind.
street.
Yeah.
How stupid do you have to be not to realize that the lady's front door is not the boat ramp? Yeah, let me drive over the shrubs to get to the backyard. Is the boat ramp back there?
This is like in The Office when Steve Carell, when Michael went
Into the water.
right into the water.
That's right.
Right into the water.
You're right. Yeah, when they had the GPS going, oh, no, I turned here. They drove right. Was it a rental car or something?
Yeah.
I think so.
So she's complaining. She says it's like 5 in the morning, and people show up and they pound on the door. and you can see I have a glass door, and it kind of shakes, and the dogs come barking. It's the worst way to wake up. I Googled my address, and my address brought up a whole bunch of people, kayak people. I mean, it's like an army of people who all give out my address. What the hell?
Are they sharing? They're obviously sharing the wrong address.
But are they sharing her address? Because that's the address that comes in up in maps that's closest to the boat ramp? I mean, Google's got to fix this. So she called Better Call Bankin on Channel 8, and Shannon Bankin got to work, reached out to the city of St. Petersburg and Google, and then less than 24 hours later, the address for the park, what is it called? Is it
Crisp Park?
Is it, hold on.
Crip.
Is it, well, because the first part of the story says Crip Park, C-R-I-P, like the Crips and the Bloods, and then the second part of the story says Crisp Park. So I don't know what the hell the name of it is.
I can't imagine.
But
It's Crip.
So there's
Park.
an actual park named Crisp Park in St. Petersburg.
Okay, then it must be that.
Hey, you know what? I better call Bankin.
Yeah, you better.
Let me call Shannon. Let me call Shannon right now. Let me get her number out of my director. Shannon Bankin, where are you? There you are. Hold on a minute. Let me. Let's see here.
Looks like a nice park.
813. All right. Better call Bankin. I'm better calling her on her cell phone. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Andrew, go ahead and pick up a hot one and see if Shannon Bankin's available to talk to the MJ Morning Show. But, it went right to voicemail? Hang up. Maybe she's shooting a story. Let me just try it one more time. The rule of twos.
The rule of psychotic calling people.
Yeah, over and over again. The rule of Better Call Bankin twice.
The rule of badgering.
What are you saying? It's if it goes to voicemail, you call twice. All right, go ahead, Andrew. Pick up hot 2 this time. All right, see if it goes right to voicemail. Tell me what's going on. Because listen, how does someone bang on this lady's door at 5 o'clock in the morning? I mean, obviously, it's not the boat ramp to drop your boat in at this lady's front door. Anyway, it has been fixed. So they did take the address off. All right, hang on a minute. Andrew appears to be talking. So voicemail again?
So Crisp Park is
listen, I better call Bankin. I'm calling Bankin. I'm getting voicemail.
I'm just picturing people sinking their boats into her pool.
How about just ramming the kayak right through the front door?
So it's a nice park, and it's a suburban park. You can see there's...
Where the hell is this in St. Pete? Do you have any idea?
It's it's near Weeden Island. Hold on.
So it's actually called Crisp, right?
Park.
It is Crisp, C-R-I-S-P, like crispy lettuce.
Ooh, Weeden Island's good fishing.
So Crisp Park is south of Shore Acres.
What do you have in there? Redfish and snook and all kinds of crap?
All the good stuff.
It's south of Shore Acres, near Snell Isle, kind of.
All right. Oh, hey, were we supposed to do tickets?
Were we?
What time? Do we have a window for tickets? Nobody told me about this.
Nobody told us.
So we have tickets to give away?
Yes.
Is it the 9 o'clock ticket window deal?
I don't know how they wanted it done. I just know we have them to give away.
Are you on the air right now? Because I can't tell.
What tickets do we have to give away, Andrew?
All right. So we have Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top tickets.
Whoa.
Are either of those bands still mostly alive?
Yes.
Well, 2/3 of ZZ Top, right?
Well,
ZZ Top just had a death last year.
Who died? Was it Dust? Who died in ZZ Top? I forgot.
I think it was this name that started with a D.
So
maybe
Dusty or whatever.
Second Z.
So yeah, when Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top, a lot of the folks are deceased. So
I'm sure it's a great show.
Okay, it was Gary Rossington
who died.
Just passed at 71, and he was last at the original Leonard Skinner.
No, I'm talking about ZZ Top.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. We're talking about ZZ Top here, Roxanne.
Sorry, I was answering a text. I was doing 10 things at once.
Which member of ZZ Top died? Dusty Hill. Yeah. So is Dusty Hill? He died back in 2021
at 72, and then somebody recently died from
Leonard Skinner.
So we have, you can go see surviving members of Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. And we do have tickets to give away shortly. So keep listening, and we'll tell you exactly when to call in to win these tickets here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. This is pretty funny. How many times, Roxanne, have you handed your kids your cell phone to play with?
Oh, yeah.
In order to get them just to shut up, just to,
Too many.
Occupy them.
Yep, too many. Like last night, I took the girls to dinner, and I left my phone in the car just so I wouldn't be tempted to do that.
Where'd you go to dinner?
Oh, guess where we went?
I don't know. You tell me.
We're addicted to it now.
You've
Rice
been
and
there.
spice.
Hold on. You've been there once,
Rice and spice.
and now you're addicted. You've been there once, and you're addicted to it.
We went Sunday.
They should call the place Crack.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So you went Sunday, then you went back again on Tuesday night.
Yesterday, and because my daughter and I went Sunday together. Then she wanted
Rice and Spice. That
Rice
was
and
on
Spice.
the list that we
Yes.
had last week.
And they're so nice. I talked to the owners, and they were saying that they heard that we talked about them on the show.
They're nice at Rice and Spice?
They're so nice.
Froggy, what?
They don't serve lice.
It's nice and spice.
Yeah.
It's nice and spice. All right, so wait a sec. All right, Roxanne.
No, I'm rhyming. So I want to do with my kids.
Roxanne's going down the lice mice sprout. Stop. Don't talk
Yeah,
about my business.
Don't say
sorry,
lice
I'm
and
sorry.
mice. And,
No.
don't say that.
Don't talk
All right.
about my sword.
Actually, the crazy thing is that this is exactly what we were doing at the table last night. Is my kids and I were trying to come up with everything that rhymed with rice.
Okay, now
So
let's explain. Last week, and I still have to get to my story about giving your cell phone to kids. Now, last week we had an item. What was it? A bunch of Tampa Bay restaurants that were on. Was it the Yelp list?
yes, Yelp. There was a Yelp 100 in the state of Florida.
And one of the restaurants locally, there were like I don't know what
There was like 8 in the Tampa Bay area,
whatever
or
it
something
was,
like that.
and one was Rice and Spice. And Roxanne hadn't been there, but I guess you went on Sunday night for the first time?
Yep, just me and my daughter went Sunday, like 5:00, and then my older daughter, and then she was talking about it ever since because the kids' meal.
So then you went back
comes with ice cream.
You went back
Yes.
on. Oh, so she got hooked because the kids' meal comes with
The
ice
kids'
cream.
meal comes with ice cream.
I
And
know
then
how to
they
hook
put
those
little-
kids. You know, kids drive a lot of the food decisions in the house. So yeah, hook the kids and you'll get the parents.
And they give
So-
little like the hard candies and with a check.
All right, now.
The story from last week was 21 Bay Area restaurants make Yelp's 2023 top 100. So that was the story, and we went down the list
And
of
Yelp
restaurants.
is pretty much user votes or user reviews.
Yeah, so we went down all the places that they mentioned, and Rice and Spice was one of the places that
Number 20.
that
So-
we hadn't heard of or knew much about, but it's near Roxanne's neighborhood.
It's near West Chase.
It's right off Sheldon Road.
All right, because
On Sheldon,
I haven't been there. That's right. I remember we said it was on Sheldon Road. Haven't been there because I don't. That's not really my zone up there. So, what do they do at Rice's? What type of food is it?
It is okay. So the menu items are mostly either Thai or sushi.
Mm-hmm.
However, they're from Laos. So it's Laos. I'm not saying it right.
They're not from. It's called Laos.
Laos. I'm sorry.
Laos.
See?
And you were trying to say Laotian, right?
Yes, Laotian. Laotian. So in any case, Laotian is the type of food that it's salty, spicy,
Right.
and a little bit sweet. So they try to really have a balance of flavors. So you'll have they have some Laotian food, but then they'll also have their Thai dishes, for example, aren't as sweet. You know when you get pad Thai and it's like really peanut buttery and too sweet? I don't like it as much like that.
see,
This is just nice and fresh.
All right,
tasting.
all right.
It's
So,
good food.
just out of curiosity, did you walk in the door and say, "Hang on a minute"?
Because I have the same question.
Hold on a minute.
I have the same
my,
question.
My question. Roxanne said, "Oh, and they knew they were talking about us." Well, did you walk in and say, "Attention, Rice
my
and
God.
Spice. Attention, Rice and Spice. I am Roxanne from the MJ Morning Show. I have arrived. Attention, all customers. I'm Roxanne from the MJ Morning Show. I am now walking through the front door of Rice and Spice."
Okay,
How did they know?
listen.
All right, so we have a group.
Listen,
we have
it
a
is
group
so
text.
not like that.
We have a group text, and Roxanne says, "I'm at Rice and Spice right now," and they know we were talking about. I mean, how?
How did
Okay,
they? How
this
they
is
know
what
that?
happened.
Yeah, how they
Can
know
I
you were
tell
rock?
you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Every
Can I
restaurant you go
please
to, they love the show there. It's
They
amazing.
love us.
What?
What do you? What do you have a name
okay,
tag?
Then I'll keep it a secret.
All right,
You don't
go-
want me to spread the word. The MJ Morning Show
Do
is
you
back.
like immediately walk up? Hey, I'm Roxanne from the MJ Morning Show. This place better be good. What can I get for free?
Give me a good table. I
Oh, no.
like to have my back facing the door. Okay, no, this is what I did. He was so nice. He came up to us because we've never been there. He was just like, "Welcome." We're chit chatting, and I said, "Congratulations, because you guys made a big list, this Yelp list." So I started talking to him about that, and then he so he said, he had an uptick in business, an uptick in followers. So that's great. And then I said, yeah, I actually am part of a morning show. And we talked
You
about it.
might have heard of me. I'm Roxanne
I
from the
didn't
MJ
even
Morning
tell
Show.
him my
And
name.
I used to be on Bay News 9. Did you ever see me do sports on Bay News 9? All right, go ahead.
We were bouncing the ball back, and I wanted to tell him we were so impressed by him being on the list and why I was there, because I said that I hadn't been to it. It's right by my house. Didn't even know you were here. So that is what happened. It wasn't some big in-your-face, do you know who I am?
Do
type
you
of
know
thing.
who I am? I'm Roxanne from the Roxanne Morning Show with MJ on Q105.
Okay, should I have just mum's the word, not said a thing about our relevance to me being there?
So I'm kidding around. Once you said you were Roxanne from the MJ Morning Show, he then said that, you guys were talking about us?
He heard that
Right.
someone was talking about us.
So it's not that he was
It's
asking.
not that he heard.
He heard
someone
it.
told him.
Someone told him that we were talking about them on the show. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. So anyways, I can't even remember why we were talking about this, but we went there. My daughter wanted to go there Monday. I said, we don't go out to dinner every night. And then yesterday she got blue on her color code at school. The color code.
Oh, don't get me started with the color
code. So I said,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So when you have
Blue's
kids
a big deal.
in lower grades, they give your kid a color every day for their behavior.
Oh, jeez.
And-
My God, what is going on here?
Me and my kid's kindergarten teacher have issues over. Anyway, but your kid got a blue.
She got a blue
Congratulations.
yesterday. It doesn't
That's
happen
really high.
often.
You know what? Get rid of this color code crap. Also, this kind of comports. I had a story out of North Carolina. A North Carolina state senator has introduced, a North Carolina state senator has introduced a bill. It's making its way through the North Carolina state legislature that would ban participation trophies in state-sponsored youth sports throughout the state, meaning that to get a trophy, you have to place, you have to win, and no more of these, everyone gets a trophy, you get a trophy, you get a trophy, everybody gets a trophy. So when you said the color code, it just reminds me of that. I'm sorry.
My daughter was in a church soccer league and she got a participation trophy, and I threw it away the next day.
Should have just smashed it over your knee or something.
Give me that trophy.
What'd you do to earn this? Nothing? You just busted over your knee.
Caused more penalties than you did goals, kid.
Anyway, so I have to get to this rice and spice.
Well, go in there with your megaphone and make your announcement as to who you are. You'll get a good table and they'll treat you right.
Roxanne?
Attention, rice and spice. I am Roxanne's limo driver.
Yes.
You guys get recognized everywhere.
I mean,
people think
Is this
I'm
where the
homeless.
mellow mushroom used to be?
No, it's not. It's down a little ways from the mellow mushroom. It's closer to.
Hold on, did the mellow mushroom close?
Yes,
They
and
clo-
it's something else now.
Why the mellow mushroom?
The one near me.
I've never been to a mellow mushroom, but
They're great.
It's a good pizza.
It is a good place.
It's a good time out.
I'm really picky on my pizza.
God.
All right.
It's not your pizza.
It's not yours.
But
Don't go.
it's a good night out. There you go.
Okay,
Fun
anyway.
night out. All
It's good pizza.
So we started this conversation. Oh, you know what? Hold on. So there are more places on the list. So
we went down the list last week.
We had 6 of them.
Okay.
We had a list of 6, but there are a whole bunch of ones on the list for the Tampa Bay restaurants listed in order of appearance on the Yelp Top 100.
There's some pretty heavy hitters on here.
The Tikka Indian cuisine in Venice?
That's way down in Venice.
That's way down, really.
That's number 2 on the list.
Yeah, I mean, I know our signal gets into Sarasota. My buddy Andrew Gunther listens every morning down there. Also, Dr. Childers listens in Sarasota. And the staff.
Venice, is that the Tampa Bay area?
Yes, it is, but it's
no, it's not.
It's the great. Is it the greater Tampa Bay area?
No, Venice is
you don't
not
think
really.
so?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That seems a
All
little
right, so
far.
rice and spices on the list. Then the Fork and Hen in Sarasota, Mazzero's Italian Market, famous in St. Pete. Olivia in Tampa's on the list. Great spot for Italian. A Chef Pont creation. Uptown Eats, Box of Cubans. That sounds good. Chateau 13, Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bradenton. Izakaya Tori in Tampa. Lenny's Restaurant in Clearwater. Dry Dock Waterfront Grill, Longboat Key. Oxford Exchange, Tampa. I've never been. Cafe Soleil in St. Pete. Never been. Kojo, Sarasota. Cristino's Coal Oven Pizza. I've been there. It is good. It's right down from Scientology. In fact, I think every second Wednesday of the month, the Scientology alien spaceship lands in the parking lot at Cristino's Pizza.
What? Hello? MJ, it's Cristino's Pizza on the line. Never talk about our business again. Thank you, but no thank you for the free plug.
Willow's Cafe is on the list. Wright's Gourmet House for sandwiches, obviously, and the great chocolate cake right in South Tampa. Mangoes and Marley in a coastal cafe in Dunedin. Clear Sky Cafe, Clearwater. Meliora in Sarasota, and then Daily Eats rounds out the list in Tampa on South Howard, right?
Yeah, cool.
So, been a while since I've been there. All right, so here's
back to the phones. Are we doing something about phones?
Well, this is why I brought this up. We tend to get a little, in an entertaining fashion. Well, we go down little rabbit holes, but that's part of the personality of the show. I was bringing up, giving your kid the cell phone just to kind of keep them quiet, keep them occupied, and parents do it all the time. The cell phone with some kind of silly little app on it, that's become the new babysitter of sorts.
It works.
And well, look, you're
No,
like,
I mean, I'm not
you
proud
sound
of it.
exasperated over there.
Because if you really need to take care of something, then you hand them the phone and go take care of it.
If I told my kids we're never watching TV again, but they had a tablet or a phone, they're fine.
Well, listen to this. A mother up in Massachusetts let her 5-year-old daughter play with her phone during a car ride. The girl ordered nearly $4,000 worth of child-sized motorcycles and cowgirl boots from Amazon.
Wow.
Jessica Nunez of Westport, Massachusetts, said she thought her daughter Lila was playing games on her phone during a recent drive home, but later discovered she went shopping on Amazon. Nunez discovered that Lila had spent $3,922 buying items, including she bought 5 child-sized pink dirt bikes.
What?
5 child-sized blue dirt bikes.
That's awesome.
She bought 10 pairs of women's size 7 cowgirl boots and a battery-powered child-sized Jeep.
It's awesome.
She spent $4,000 on the Amazon app while playing with mom's phone. Nunez said that she was able to cancel the orders for the boots and half of the dirt bikes.
Oh, she's got 5 dirt bikes.
Oh, man.
The remaining motorcycles and the Jeep later arrived at the house.
Oh, yeah, they were a race.
The mother said that she does not know how Lila managed to find the items on the Amazon app, but her daughter had motorcycles on her mind that day before placing the order. There was an older boy with a bike, and Lila was devastated because she was too young to ride it. So then she just ordered 10 little motorbikes on Amazon.
That's funny.
All right, listen. Here's the 5-year-old girl. This is little Lila.
He just press all buttons and he press the brown button.
Oh, it sounds like a cute little kid.
You just press all the buttons, and she ends up with. I mean, does she know how to read? How was she able to search the items to order 10 motorbikes? I didn't even know that Amazon sold freaking motorbikes.
Amazon sells everything.
I know.
Everything.
I know. And then here's the mother. This is Jessica Nunez, the mom.
I did tell her that maybe if she, acts right, she behaves, and she does some chores around the house, that we can get her a bike that's more geared towards her age range. A little slower, maybe.
So there you go. Careful when you hand your phone to the kids, because they could order thousands of dollars in merchandise from Amazon.com.
Crazy.
It's pretty funny. Hey, also, Andrew.
Didn't we have a story not too long ago of a kid who ordered a bunch of stuff from the food services?
Yeah, he ordered like $4,000 worth of food from DoorDash or something. It was a while ago.
Yeah, sounds familiar. All right, so TPD, I guess, is following in the footsteps of St. Pete Police. What did the St. Pete Police give away that now TPD is doing the same?
I remember Clearwater gave away the club.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We talked to the chief about that.
I'm sorry. It was Clearwater.
Okay.
You're right. I'm sorry. I threw you off.
All right.
Exactly right. Well, the Tampa Police Department now is giving out free steering wheel locks for Tampa residents after a whole spate of vehicle thefts. Yeah, on Monday, the TPD announced that they're partnering with Hyundai Motor America to try to halt these recent vehicle thefts, because there's a series of Hyundai and Kia cars that can essentially be stolen with a USB connector. I mean, really, seriously.
What a flaw.
Yeah. You pull out the steering column and use like a USB A, and you can like make the car start with no key. So to combat that, we had Clearwater give away a whole bunch of the clubs. Also, yesterday, remember the lady who tried to steal the car out in L.A.?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
With the club, and she's bashing into all the... We put the video up on mjmorningshow.com. It's crazy. It's nuts. Oh, I just remembered something I forgot. So I got to go back in a second. Having to do with the boat ramp story. I forgot all about it because I made a mention of something that I saw. So hang on, I'll go back to that in a second. But TPD is now giving away free steering wheel locks, these club devices. According to TPD, because of the nationwide increase in Hyundai and Kia thefts in 2021, because of vehicles built before November 1st of 2021, they are now offering these club devices. Yeah, so Tampa has seen the thefts as well. Kia and Hyundais have been stolen because of the steering wheel, the ignition flaw, and steering wheel locks will be picked up in the lobby at TPD locations: District 1 on Tampa Bay Boulevard, District 2 on 30th, District 3 on 22nd, and the TPD headquarters. That gorgeous piece of architecture in downtown Tampa on Franklin Street, North Franklin.
Square blue blob.
God, that building is so bad. Oh my! Can they reface that? I feel so bad. The TPD building is so ugly downtown.
Listen, just fight crime. I don't care what your building looks like.
Yeah, who cares?
Can they reface that building?
Listen,
who thought that building looked good when they built it back in like 1965 or whenever the hell that thing was?
1965, it was
probably
kind of
did look good.
All right, do you have the numbers for how many Kias were stolen in the city of Tampa last year?
I do. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I have it. I think I just pulled it up here.
Yeah, if you have it, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So last year, 2022, 46 Kias and 49 Hyundais were stolen in the city of Tampa.
Guess I'll see you in a Kia.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll see you in a stolen Kia.
This year so far.
By the way, Kia and Hyundai, they have corrected the steering wheel problem, but it doesn't change the fact that you got a bunch of the cars still on the road, if they're 2021 and before models, that have the flaw in the ignition.
29 vehicles have been stolen between the Kias and the Hyundais so far this year.
Wow.
It's a lot of cars. So
a lot of Kias.
All right, so going back quickly, before we take a break, and we got one final chunk of the MJ Morning Show coming up, we did a story a little while ago about this woman in St. Pete, and her home address became like the address for Chris Park and a boat ramp. And it's like people are knocking on her door at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's like, no, my house is not the boat ramp. I still want to know what kind of morons would knock on her door. Clearly, her house is not the boat ramp. And it's been corrected on Google Maps, but I meant to mention that I had an issue where I typed into the GPS and in my Google Maps on my phone the exact return location for Hertz Rent-A-Car at the Windsor Locks, Connecticut Airport, which is BDL. It's the Hartford Bradley International Airport. And I had a Hertz rental car. I needed to return the car. And literally the Hertz rental car came up to a Google Maps picture of someone's house with just like a single, like a 1,200 square foot single family, one floor home. The driveway had like 2 trash cans in the driveway, and that was listed as the Hertz rental car return.
Yeah, that ain't the place.
At the Bradley Airport up in Connecticut. I'm like, are you kidding me? So how many people show up at her house? Hey, is this Hertz? I mean, clearly it's not Hertz return at the airport.
No.
It's someone's house like a half a mile away.
Listen, here's the keys. That scratch was on it when I picked it up. Thanks.
How the hell does that happen? All right, so when we get back, I got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. We got a lot of stuff coming up next, and there's a lot to cram in the final minutes. Don't move. Oh, I still have Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top tickets to give away.
When?
So it'll happen, obviously, in the next segment.
Okay.
So within 15 minutes or so, I'm going to give away Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top. So is it just Z Top now?
There's 3 guys, right? So only one.
Yeah.
I think Z and Z are still there.
Yeah.
No, Dusty.
But
I don't think there were Z and Z.
No, Dusty died. Dusty Hill died.
So there's only one Z? I thought it was like...
No, you got the...
I thought there were 3 guys in ZZ Top.
But you got the 2 guys with the beards. The other dude...
Are the 2 beards there?
No, one of the beards died. Dusty died.
Well, the drummer's name is Beard.
Right, but the drummer is not. The drummer doesn't have the beard.
I am confused.
Dude, there were
the drummer's name is Beard, but he has no beard.
No beard, exactly.
Is he a beard for someone?
We talked about that when Dusty Hill died. That the drummer's name is Beard. He has no beard. So there's only one ZZ Top member left with the beard because the other dude with the beard, Dusty, he died.
Beard should really grow a beard in memoriam.
Roxanne, women are beards. Come on, man.
All right, hang on.
That's a terrible joke.
When we get back, we've got a lot of crap. Plus, we've got Leonard Skinner's ZZ Top tickets, and we'll give those away momentarily here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. 9:36 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, special shout out to Chef Chris Pont this morning. Obviously listens to the show because I just checked my text during the break, and he's like, "Thanks, MJ." Because we mentioned Chef Pont's Olivia is on that list of the top restaurants in Florida. According to Yelp, and Olivia. Roxanne, you went there for the first time recently, right?
I tell everyone, the best thing about Olivia is you can stay there for 8 hours if you want to.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of the menu, and you circled two things, and you're like, of these two things, should I get the cacio e pepe, or should I get the, the squidding pasta?
It was cacio e pepe or squidding pasta, and I went squid ink.
Yeah, I said, listen, they're both fantastic, but listen, if you want something really, kind of different, the squidding, I mean, I've had them both, and I'll order them both, but wasn't that fantastic?
Oh, I didn't want to leave.
But again, the listenership to the MJ Morning Show is the who's who of Tampa Bay on any given day. So good morning to Chef Chris Pont. Of course, Olivia's unbelievable. You've got his new Pont Modern American at Midtown. He's with, Bare Naked. Have you been to Bare Naked on Henderson?
No, but I've heard about it.
Yes, it's a fast casual, and they've got just great salads and little flatbread pizza. I mean, it's really just.
Is there a dress code?
Fresh. No, you can walk in and you can walk in naked, bare naked, baby. In fact, I think you get a free soda if you walk in naked.
That's not true. That's an urban legend. I've tried it, and it is not true. It is nothing but a hassle if you walk in naked.
He was hauled off by TPD. What happened? What else was it? Oh, and then, hey, speaking of Pont, also 3 restaurants have been added to the Michelin Guide in the Tampa Bay area. So 3 restaurants are now in the Michelin Guide. So 11 Florida restaurants have been added, 3 in Tampa, and the Michelin Guide has now added Lilac at the Edition Hotel in downtown. I got to get a hold of the marketing director. We've been so jammed. Remember, they called up and they invited me down to stay with Michelle for the weekend at the Edition and to try Lilac.
Excuse me, they invited the whole show to go out to eat there. Remember?
It wasn't just you. It was the crew.
Yeah. Well,
I've got to make.
I'm busy.
I got to recontact the marketing director because I made the point that I had not been down to the new Water Street yet. And that great things are happening, and I brought up the fact that we now have like the first 5-star hotel, in Tampa, and it's the Edition. And the marketing people, I guess a whole bunch of folks were listening to us that morning a couple of months ago, and they get to work and they're all talking, and then the marketing director calls the show live and then offers up the invite. So I got to get back to them. Hey, Edition, what's her name? I have it in my thing.
All right.
No, because I want to tell her I apologize for not getting. I haven't forgotten.
Call her off the air.
I'm not going to call her on the air.
Her name is Christine.
Christine Judson, the marketing director at the Edition. So I got to get back to her. So Christine, if you know Christine at the Edition, tell her that I will be in touch. I haven't forgotten. But 3 additional restaurants in the Tampa Bay area here have been added to the Michelin Guide, and they are Lilac at the Edition. And speaking of Chris Pont, a contemporary restaurant in Midtown. It's Pont Modern American. It's right across from Shake Shack, and it is incredible. And then also Noble Rice, which is a Japanese restaurant near Channelside. I have not been, but I've heard good things. So 3 additional additions to the Michelin Guide.
Tampa's turning into a foodie heaven.
Well, what I want to know is, I want to know when we're going to actually get our first Michelin starred restaurant where you get 1 or 2 or 3 Michelin stars. And that's fun to kind of eat at a Michelin starred restaurant. I've been at 1, 2, and 3 Michelin star places, and it's a cool experience.
Yeah, I went to a couple of Michelin tire stores, and they're fine.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did. Hey, Froggy, I know that you're pretty much hooked on Netflix. Have you seen...
Me? You watch Netflix every day.
I do not. I don't have time to watch it every day.
You watch 1,000 movies a year, dude.
What is this new psychological thriller on Netflix? And is it Helen Hunt?
Really? I haven't heard anything about it.
It's called ICU.
Is it ICU as in the intensive care unit?
No,
or is
no.
it I Spy?
No, it's ISEE, ICUYOU.
Never heard of it.
And it's the #1 thriller on Netflix. And there are all kinds of plot twists. People are saying the ending blew their mind. So it's a psychological thriller. Helen Hunt is in it. And it's apparently the #1 horror movie on Netflix right now.
Oh.
And I guess it's supposed to be. I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet.
Good for Helen Hunt. Look at that.
I didn't know where she went. I thought she was.
I haven't seen her since Twister.
I thought she fell into a vat of Hunt's ketchup at the factory and
that's the way to go.
Ended up in 37 bottles. I didn't even know she was still around.
A couple of years ago, they did a reboot of Mad About You, and she had so much plastic surgery that I didn't even recognize her. I mean,
Mad About who?
Paul Reiser's an old man, and I'm like, and then there's a woman who has like a trampoline face.
Oh, come on.
Pulled super tight.
What do you know about porn stars in the Tampa Bay area?
What about him? What do we think about
Did you
him?
say
What do you mean?
porn stars or pawn stars?
Porn. Right?
Oh.
No, Roxanne. I said pawn. Pawn.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Wait, how many porn stars do you know in the Tampa Bay
Well,
area?
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a weird question. What do you think about
But
porn?
aren't there a lot of porn stars in the Tampa Bay area? I think there are.
We do have low taxes and nice weather, so you can.
No.
And great scenery to, you know, great backdrops for films.
I'm talking about Pawn, Pawn. Pawn Stars is going to be shooting in the Tampa Bay area this month during the month of April. So I haven't seen.
I thought it was just that one store in Vegas.
Yeah. So have they ventured out? The only Pawn Star shows I've seen are when the people bring in like some kind of Civil War sex toy or something, and they want to know how much is this worth, and and they got that Chumley or whatever the hell his name is.
This here's what Ulysses S. Grant's wife used while he was off to war.
And suddenly they're all experts on every item that walks in. Yeah, of course. Sure they are. But I guess what is Rick Harrison? He's the bald dude.
Mm-hmm.
Is he now, are they doing shooting on the road at like pawn shops across the country? What is the new deal?
They have another series called Pawn Stars Do America.
Maybe they're helping other pawn shops that suck.
No, that's Bar Rescue.
Yeah, maybe that's the same concept.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Pawn Star Rescue.
Rick Harrison appears on Pawn Stars. He is apparently going to show up in the Tampa Bay area, and they're going to do a whole bunch of shooting. Yeah, Pawn Stars Do America. They're going to video for 6 days in downtown St. Pete.
Wow, we're getting some real celebrities coming through.
Rick, Corey, and Chumley. The old man died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are they going to shoot? They're going to film in St. Pete on April 5th, 6th, and 7th. So they start today, and then they're going to shoot also April 11th through the 13th. If you want to attend the live taping, go to the freetvtix.com website. Well,
I think I'm good.
Where are they filming?
I don't know. I just know they're coming to town. Do you really want to see these guys from Pawn Stars?
Well, I don't mind. That's fine. I think the show's entertaining. Engages me. I mean, listen, like most reality television, it's totally scripted. They know exactly what's going to happen before it happens. And, of course, when someone brings in some, barber tool from 1910, you ever wonder why suddenly someone there is an expert and they're giving us a whole dissertation and lesson on the thing? Because clearly it's been researched and they've been given all the notes of what to say. It's not like it's spontaneous.
Not even the items aren't even real half the time.
Hey, why isn't Rick Harrison coming in on the MJ Morning Show? Hey, bring in Chumley. Wasn't he arrested for like drugs or something?
Oh, yeah, arrested for all kinds of stuff.
Why was Chumley arrested? Look that up quickly.
I think he had weapons and drugs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he was a bad boy.
He's living it up.
So now Chumley, was he arrested and did he do time or did he get probation?
Chumley has a candy store.
So Chumley, actor, let's see.
No, that's not it.
No, hold on. Let's go to next. Next, right there. Click on the CNN item. Right there. Here we go. Chumley from Pawn Stars arrested on weapon and drug charges from, when was the date on this thing? It was 2016. Is it that long ago?
Yeah.
Really? Austin Russell, known as Chumley on History Channel series Pawn Stars, was arrested on weapon and drug charges, yes, according to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Yeah. So, hey, Festa, track down Rick Harrison and get his bald ass in here, okay?
Yeah,
that'll help.
It's quite the invitation you gave. Wow, you really have a way of endearing yourself to people.
No, listen, I think they do a good job. I think it's a very entertaining show. I'd love to have him in here.
Now bring your bald ass in here and let's talk about Chumley's arrest from 12 years ago.
All right, before we get out of here, man, I don't know what's going on with the band LFO, but do you realize... hold on, what were we going to say, Froggy?
that band is cursed.
What is going on with LFO? Now, nobody but Roxanne. Roxanne, can you sing an LFO song?
No.
We met those guys back in the day.
Come on,
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
I met them?
No, we did. The show.
Come on, Roxanne.
I cannot.
Sing an LFO song.
This is not going to be a very entertaining
Anyway,
thing here because I don't even know what their songs are.
Another member of LFO has died. It's now the third LFO singer to check out. What the hell?
He's the founder.
I mean, they're young. They're like in their 40s.
Yeah,
What
one of them
the-
died like when he was like 20 or like 31.
What the hell? All right, so Roxanne, you've never heard of seven. What is going on with LFO? The third member now to die from LFO.
That's awful. 3 guys from LFO died?
All in different ways.
Number 3. I mean, it's crazy.
That was the fourth guy. I'd be, had my head on a swivel.
Yeah, 3 guys. GTFO, man.
That's crazy stuff. All right, I think we're about at the end of the road here on the MJ Morning Show for what is this, Wednesday, right? I'm a little off since we took Monday off, so this is a Wednesday.
It's
but
hump day.
Feels like a Tuesday to me. We got to give away the Leonard Skinner ZZ Top tickets right now. All right, so we're done. We can get out of here. So I'm going to go with caller 300. Caller 300. Oh, I just got the middle finger from Andrew in the booth. All right, let's go.
Give it to him.
How about caller 3? No, I'll go with caller 30. If you're caller 30, you'll win Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top. Go see the surviving members of each band. It'll be July 22nd at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Caller 30, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. And good luck. Oh, you know what else I didn't mention? I kind of teased this. Did you see that the National Hurricane Center, they have posthumously upgraded Ian to a Category 5 hurricane?
I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty
Makes
big
sense.
news. And you look at the damage, and, clearly, there were rumors that the winds were going to be Category 5, but it technically came ashore as a 4, but now it's been upgraded to a 5. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the Thursday show. We really appreciate you listening to the MJ Morning Show. Remember, the website is loaded, mjmorningshow.com. We'll see you tomorrow, and please be careful out there.